friends, now let's be going, for here in the midway a strange wind is blowing, where the lights are brighter, the laughter is knowing. Friends, into this tent now of marvels we're going. Sing it loud! Ballyhoo, bally high, sing it low and sing it high. A song for the ages, for you and for me, where the carnival mirror is calling. Step up now, step up, friends, now.
Hello, friends. Welcome to the Mystic Midway's Midway Tabletop, where we play Dungeons and Dragons on the Aternium Road. This continuing campaign is hit episode 12. Everybody loves a montage, and well, look at this. We have so many lovely people here. Oh my goodness, including, of course, Marcus Flores, our dungeon master, giving us storytelling of the best sort. Other dimensional world where the others were all drawn, trapped, and for over 50 hours now have been finding their way around. Marcus, why don't you take it away and tell us about this season 1 finale?
Oh, it's season 1 finale. Chris Sarandon was the original Jerry Dandridge in Fright Night. Chris Sarandon, the husband of ex-husband of Susan Sarandon. That's neither here nor there. I could have covered that when we're off the air. I just wanted to let people know.
We needed to know, I think.
Anyways, we love you, Chris Sarandon. I loved you in Princess Bride. Anyhow, here we are in the season finale. Oh, man. Season 1 finale of the Aternium Road. And as I said, it is going to be it's not a clip show, but it might be a clip show. It's a bit of a clip show. It's us relaxing. It's us gathering our stories from all the little crazy adventures we've been on. And for those of you who have stuck around and joined us on this, I thank you. For those of you who go to our YouTube channel on the Mystic Midway, and watch it. I thank you very, very much. Catch up as much as you can. It is a weird, wacky story. It's very Alice in Wonderland. And oh man! And now we get to kind of come down from it all and reflect. And I guess what I'm going to do is pass it around. We'll have everybody introduce themselves, who they have been playing for season 1. And we are going to go on from there. There'll be some breaks in between. We'll probably chit-chat in between all of those. And so I hope you enjoy that. Or you can run away and, do what you need to do. So I'm going to spin it around clockwise. And clockwise to my, is that my 2 o'clock? Yeah, my 2 o'clock. It is one of my favorite paladins. It's Lisa. Say hi and who you playing.
Hey, I'm Lisa, and I am Dame Harlow. I am a shifter. God darn it! I left my notes across the room. What the hell am I? I'm a paladin, shifter, shark, were-shark kind of person, and I just got to have a big campaign where I got to crush the patriarchy, and my pals came with me, and we had adventures and fires, and I found my old governess, and there you go. Is that good?
That is wonderful. That's wonderful. It is rusty. We'll knock a little rust off. In case you folks didn't know, we took a little time off to kind of get a little breathe, get a little air, and then get us back to the season finale before we start season 2. And for those of you playing at home, it is the sphincter drinking rules, not the sphincter you're thinking of. It's Lisa's cat. So every time you hear that cat meow, take yourself a sip. I guarantee you're going to be loaded before the first hour is up and running. So. And there are Sphincter the Cat emojis on our or emotes, sorry, on our site. So fill it up as much as you can.
Awesome.
Now that we're done with our rules of the drinking game and introducing you to the beautiful Lisa Hyde, I'm going to shoot down this way to the equally as beautiful Devin Nelson, who will tell you about his character. Say hi.
Hey, I'm Devin. I'm at Devin Decibel on Twitter. Listen to my band, the Y-Axes. And I play Of Six Petals and Seven Meadows, the wandering Eladrin journalist who came to Deeplington to get a story about the apocalypse, but ended up learning that they may just be a dream.
Oh, in dreams, I walk with you. God dang it, I love Roy Orbison. All right, Deeplington's own resident, or second resident, as Mr. Durgan Lurch, and I will have him introduce himself to you now.
Hello, everybody. I'm Mark Johnson. I'll be playing Durgan Lurch, who's kind of screwed. He hates himself. He hates himself so much that he just beat the shit out of himself. And he's going to have to deal with that because he's there, this just asshole version of himself. So that's kind of a pivotal moment for him right now. And otherwise, he's got his little dog Midge and a big giant wrench, and he smacks people with it and fixes things. That's me.
You need nothing more. Oh, man. Self-care sometimes means hitting yourself with a big old giant wrench.
Right. I have done that many times.
Yeah. The other son of Deeplington is the amazing Scott Levkoff. Say hello to us, Scott, and introduce yourself. And we play.
Scott's busy right now.
Good evening. Good evening. Yes. Rog Noble of Deeplington, formerly Robert Noble in the Muggle world, came to the Midway, hither, thither, pell-mell, to discover that magic is indeed real, and I believe we staved off the demon rising apocalypse, just barely. And yes, glad to be here with my cohorts and wrapping up things. Bonsoir. Good evening.
Bonsoir, mes amis. Hey, a barrel of excitement is John Lark. That's actually going to be very, very true. But a super, super big barrel of excitement is one of my good friends, Jared.
Aw, shucks.
So go say hello and who you are playing tonight and a little bit about them.
Hey guys, hi, I'm Jared Williams. I'm playing John Lark. John Lark is a very, very average man in a very strange land. Everyone else has come here and they have undergone some transformation into something miraculous and amazing. Some portion of them has blossomed into something amazing. And John is as just boring and vanilla as he was in the real world. Bureaucrat, man of reason and average, but here nothing has changed, and yet something beneath the still waters, still not placid, still waters of John, something lurks, something moves, it writhes in the deep.
Nice. And so that's our cast. And to recap a bit, we split our groups up and they handled two different story arcs. One of those story arcs was Dame Harlow's, as she went back to the Linsmore Marches to deal what had been happening with her family, news of them being deposed and suddenly their land occupied by a group called the Requiem, a bunch of weir shark ancestors. And the other side was Troubles Deep in Deeplington, and in Deeplington, Rognoble had gotten word that a demon held long at bay by ancient contracts within Deeplington, Ingolat, the Ravenous, could possibly be awakening. Sorry. But what had happened is in the Dame Harlow story arc, we got to confront the patriarchy. We got to confront Lord Baron Galeo and interrupt his wedding to the doppelganger of Dame Harlow, the shadow self of Dame Harlow. And what was going to be a tremendous showdown and duel was a roll of a 1 and a fumble on my part. And Dame Harlow mopped the floor with him. But that's okay. We found out that the shadow selves on that side were trying to divert attention from our friends by this wedding, as well as build up a bit of an armed force with Baron Galeo's Weir Shark people. And then slowly transform the people of the Linsmore Marches into more of these Weir Sharks. And our friends had stopped all that. Our friends Moira Moon, John Lark, and of course Dame Harlow. And fumble.
That was great. That was great.
Son of a gun. So they were victorious in that, and our crew decided to rejoin our friends in Deeplington after discovering a few secrets about that. And back in Deeplington, our other friends went about finding out that the crews that were paid to heist all these sacred artifacts that were supposedly used to wake up the demigod demon under Deeplington, Ingolat, was of course all a ruse by the doppelganger shadow self, Robert Noble, the shadow self of Rog Noble, to lure our friends to what was called the author's heart, a machine created by Rog Noble years and years ago to distill powerful magic objects and in turn shift reality in the Midway, the reality we live in, granting wishes to whomever was in control of the machine at the time. So they were foiled in that, also by a 1, also by rolling an effing fumble. So by rolling a 1, my villains shouldn't roll dice. I don't know. Maybe they shouldn't. They shouldn't leave all their grand plans up to a 20-sided die, but they do.
Is that when Rog Noble like sort of pulled him in and sort of absorbed him?
Yes, he did. Rog Noble
Nice.
fought him mentally and emotionally by absorbing him into his storybook, and discovered that is one of the keys to probably getting home, or at least granting wishes through this book, is to confront your personal demons, which is basically your shadow selves. Pulling them into your storybook, unifying yourself with them, putting the books into the author's heart, and John Lark found a notebook by his doppelganger, who was looking for the location of this thing called the Goldfire coin. The Goldfire coin being the last key piece that you need within the author's heart to activate it, and grant your wishes or change reality the way you want. So some, of course, wanted to change reality to get home, or change reality to shift their own life around, or whatever you'd like to do. And I think that is the last where we left off, was traveling. Some of our team or adventurers, the John Lark, Moira Moon, and Dame Harlow, were traveling home via an airship to Deeplington, and the others had taken over the abandoned warehouse that Rog Noble was in charge of at one point, to wait on the others, sending a message sending a message to our friends in the airship to join them there. And so that is where we're going to take tonight's season finale as we reunite, and it feels so good. The we open with an exterior shot of this big, beautiful Linsmore Marches colored airship as it is floating through the sky of Midway, and a clockwork hummingbird kind of zips into view, very, very in front of camera, and then towards the window of the airship, it knocks on the door on the window. The crew opens up. It zips inside and quickly finds our friends in their lounge, and it opens up, and you hear Durgan Lurch's voice giving you the address and location of the warehouse, which was on the 12 o'clock level of Deeplington, this big mega city that is a guild city, one of the 3 guild cities of the Midway. And it basically broke down what had happened in their arc, and to meet them there, everything is safe and sound. Please meet us at the warehouse, and gives you the location, and closes itself, but waits. I think one of the last things that Durgan Lurch's voice says is that you can
leave a message after the tone.
Right, leave a message after the tone. Yeah. And so you may fill it with a reply message, and it'll find its way back if you choose to do so. So I'll leave it up to you two to see if you'd like to do that.
I, for one, am surprised that didn't start with Durgan saying, "Hey, is this thing on yet?"
Yeah.
Wait, crap! Did that just record me?
You hear like him thumping the beak.
Then some sparks go flying. It's Jeff. A
little bit of swearing. John actually said that, so the bird is actually recording John saying that to carry that back and be like, "Look who's the idiot now."
Anything else for the little clockwork mechanical hummingbird before it makes its way back to Deeplington?
Do we need to feed that or anything?
It sits.
So I'm gonna say no. Great, we'll be right there. You got anything to say?
Me?
Yeah.
It's just you
sorry.
two.
Yeah, just you and me here.
Okay, I got confused. How'd that happen?
Well, Moira's around here somewhere, but I don't know where.
Right. Well, I was puzzling on that. I hadn't paid attention to the hummingbird. I'm still a little tired from our adventures, and
you confronted your parents. It's a big deal. You got plenty of. Take your time.
The parents are the least of the problem.
And ex-husband, or well,
ex-fiance left at the altar. Yes.
He stayed at the altar. Tried to marry somebody else. It was weird.
But my doppelganger. So.
Totally not creepy.
Not creepy at all. So the hummingbird's going back to Deeplington?
Yes.
And going to
It'll deliver a message back to your crew, your adventuring friends. So if you'd like to fill it with a message, yes. If not, then it'll just zip on back.
I'm looking forward to seeing the friends and hearing about their adventures. I wonder what's been going on with them. Send them our love. We are on our way.
Okay. And it clicks. The eyes kind of light up and it flits out the window of the airship. I will say, just for a quick scene, you one or both of you go to deliver that message of what had just happened to Moira Moon in her quarters, opening up into her room, and in the center of the floor her room, as she is missing, is a circle of toadstools, a circle
She
of
turned into a circle of toadstools.
mushrooms. And you know from before that this is her being called forth or called back to the Feywild by her fairy godfather for some sort of meeting or whatnot, you know. And so she has gone, and you know she will either return, but after a while, if not returning, you may wonder where she's at. So so that is where we will leave you. And the after a very, very short while, because we are going to assume that the hummingbird moves at plot speed, it gets to Deeplington, relays the message that your friends are excited and on their way back to see you all. And we'll just cut to the airship making its way to Deeplington, arriving at the docking level, and everybody is unloading off. You see all around you at many an airship, you know, landing, or at least or even via ground. It's this part of the ship is a hustle and bustle of people, both crew and visitors or residents, and right. I will just zip to you getting a way down to see your friends. We'll take it from outside of the warehouse you were dropped off, and probably via a cart or carriage, I should say. And we're outside of this huge. It's like not huge. I would say it's like a 4-story, because it went down a little and goes down a little deeper underground, but a big 4-story old warehouse in the 12th level. It's taken a while of you going level by level. You see that there's this kind of arcane steampunk looking sun that goes up and down of Deeplington to simulate the sun, since it is deep within the core of the midway. So there's not really deep darkness. It just does get some artificial light, an artificial sun that shines throughout the levels of land. And but you are deep down in there onto the 12 o'clock level, and the sun's not too, or the artificial sun's not too far from you. So we'll say it is mid-afternoon, and we take it outside from there. So what are you doing?
I'm just agog at this place. It's amazing. It's fascinating. Like what a wonderful and beautiful place that somebody would have like built this kind of craziness. But also, why aren't there more safety rails in here? It seems really dangerous. I mean, that much exposed gear work, like somebody could get just sucked right into that. Like it's happening over. Oh my God, that just that was awful.
Yeah, just some goblin.
How often does that happen? How can people live like this?
People in the guide, the coachman's like, happens all the time, Mac. You just got to use your common sense. We've lost a bit of apathy in the Deeplington.
Seriously.
Is there not like a goblin OSHA?
Right. Yeah. We try, but you know, there's so many of us. Right. So, I guess what are you two doing on the outside, other than watching a goblin?
Yeah. Well, poor guy.
Have to put a work compensation claim in.
Compensate? I mean, like, he's getting a new arm sometime soon. Anyhow,
it's a cool new arm.
but it's gonna have exposed gear. Anyhow, it's yeah. Dame Harlow. So obviously we should. Yeah, it's tempting to kind of swan off and fuck around the city for a little while, but maybe we should go catch up with our friends first.
Absolutely.
And what was the address? 3830 or 314?
Right.
12 Midnight
314
Street.
gear laden lane.
Gear cluster lane. Yeah. So I will say that, I mean, easy enough. You hear the massive bell that you've reinstalled into the warehouse.
Midgie starts barking like crazy, just smashing up against the wall, like trying to get out.
Right.
What the hell is that? Like a hound
Runs
of
up the
Baskervilles made out of
back
tin
down.
cans?
Right. This mechanical terrier comes down and greets you at the door.
It
Opens
leaps on
up.
you.
Yes,
It's
kind of
recycling that takes itself out.
pounces
going on
up and down on you.
Yes, and then if you're nice, he'll lay down and you can pet her if you want to.
You see
I'm
little
charmed.
steaming come out of her back. I forgot, Dame Harlow, did we you picked up what is a bit of a squire, Grin, who is a weir rat. Did your governess and squire go back with you? Are they with you?
That is a really good question. I offered governess adventure, and she wanted to stay in the marches. She's been there all of her life, and she wished me well, and we had a wonderful, heartfelt goodbye. Spent some time together, and she came actually back to the priory with me, where I recharged, and she spent time with me there, and sort of helped grieve and grow, but she wanted to stay. But the squire did come with me, and is my huckleberry.
That's your huckleberry. So Mina, your governess, is back there helping your family and the people of Linsmore Marches kind of rebuild. And
yes,
but Grin, ever the faithful squire, is with you now. So this he's not in his rat form, he's in his human form, but he does still look very ratty. Like he's got thin, dirty blonde hair and a very sharp rat-like features. If you picture Tim Roth, it's a very he's got a couple of crooked teeth. He's very like, but you've gotten used to him.
I love Tim Roth, so I'll take a squire that looks like Tim Roth.
Yeah. He's got this twitchy charm to him.
And is devoted to me, without a doubt.
Yep. And I'm sure he's like, what is that? And he kind of goes for his short sword and is barking at me, or as Mina barks at him a bit, but then Mina rolls over, exposes the metallic belly. A little slot opens up that probably says "pet here" and "pet there," and more steam escapes. And as she calmly barks out in kind of a Morse code to let Durgan know friends are here, and she stops, wiggles her tail, and in a sense to come with her. She doesn't say home again, jiggity jig, but that's she leads you upstairs to the she leads you upstairs to the wait, now I hear you. Oh, waiting.
Okay. Give him a second.
Marty, we can hear you, Marty.
Oh, you're not muted.
Sorry, sorry. Midgie, there's too many side characters. Oh, and Sphincter.
Too many side characters.
So we hear
Midgie
the
leads
door,
leads
right?
you up into the fourth floor of this warehouse, and you can
God, this
tell
place is huge.
it's getting kind of worked on, probably from the days that it took for you to fly there to them. They've already been working on kind of reclaiming the space, and up the into the elevator you go, and you arrive on the fourth floor, and you all in the office hear the gate clank, and you know the elevator is up there, and you hear Midgie come running into the room. She's excited, and you are reunited with your two of your friends, and there you see you two see Rognobble, Durganlurch, and an other being that looks oh yeah, of six petals. Describe yourself.
Of Six Petals and Seven Meadows looks like an elf, or like the body of an elf, but they also look like an elf crossed with a like flower bush,
Yeah.
and they have flowers blossoming out of their hair, and they're very pale, and neither man nor woman, very androgynous.
Androgynous.
They're just sitting at a table staring at a notebook with a feather pen, and they look like almost statuesque.
Right. But those are the three that you see. You three see John Lark and Dame Harlow, but no Moira Moon. And you two see these three, but no Glitterfish. One of the things that you heard in the message is that Glitterfish was able to unite with her shadow self and convince them that there was no more need to run away from their life, and that you all would be responsible for getting the book and all of them home safe and sound. So Glitterfish's book is in of Six Petals and hands. So we'll take it from there. You all are reunited back in this space.
Huzzah!
Oh my God! Holy crap, you guys! This place is
Hey.
amazing.
Hey, welcome. Midgie, shut up. That sort of.
Welcome. Hot cups of lard with hair for everyone.
Oh, you're not kidding.
I've missed that.
Good to see you, Johnny. And he puts his greasy hand out for you to shake.
Yeah.
I'm just as greasy as you are.
Oh,
Well,
perfect.
not quite greasy anymore, but
Yeah.
I've been wearing this shirt for 50 hours apparently since we got here.
Come
Well,
meet our
hey,
friend.
come on.
Six Petals and Seven Meadows. John Lark, Dame. Please make yourselves acquainted.
What a curious creature.
One moment.
But it's taking notes. Tell us about your
He's like our personal, stenographer. I forgot the name. It's like, like a guy who like kind of,
Stories.
they follow you around. They kind of take notes. You're going to write a book about us or something, right?
Ah, I got it. The true apocalypse was the friends we made along the way. Perfect title for my latest piece.
It's perfect.
And along with John Lark and Dame Harlow is this
Not ominous at all.
other young man. He's kind of scraggly, walks very paranoid and hunchback. He's always kind of eyes darting around, rather rat-like features. And but you see, he has got a collar that matches Dame Harlow's color scheme around his neck, and he's by her side and kind of never leaves her side. And he's eyeing all of you, and he says, "Are they? These are your friends, mistress."
Indeed, they are.
Yeah, who's this?
This is my squire, Grin.
I mean, he
Pleased to
See
meet
his
you.
crooked
Grin.
canine fang.
You're in our manor now. Beauties. Couple lard for you.
No, he's
Yeah, we got
he's
other
fine.
stuff. We got
Yeah,
some booze.
Yeah,
I am
man.
f-
Throwing his
fine.
calories.
I'm fine. He kind of goes towards the window and he kind of looks outside the window like, We're good. We haven't been followed.
Okay.
And pardon my manners. I'm of 6 Petals and 7 Meadows. I haven't met you two before. I'm an Eladrin, culture shock. People find me kind of strange over here.
And I am Dame Harlow of the Unexpected Approach, the Priory of Albion. That was it.
Nice.
That's a
From
bunch.
the Priory of Albion.
That's a bunch of
It's
fun
a pleasure
words.
to meet you.
Hey, where's Moya? What happened to her?
Oh, John holds up a bag of mushrooms.
What the?
No. No mushrooms.
Let me clarify. No, I really can't. I don't know. She left a ring of them in her bedroom and is gone.
Oh no.
Oh.
What do I know in the book, Marcus? Just an aside, in the book that I have about her, is there anything about a ring of mushrooms that I might have known?
Yeah, I think you would know that's it's pretty much a gateway. Like once that's established, it's like a doorway opens up, and it's more like when the Feywild calls you, it comes to get you.
Oh, God damn it! Then he took her. God damn it!
Who he?
Durgan just starts beating himself up.
Her fairy lord friend.
This freak, this like the guy.
Yeah.
I got a glimpse. When we had that whole experience, with the fungal. It was I don't know how much you all remember it, but I saw him. I saw him in there, and God, I found this book. I was gonna give it to her, and then we all split up, and now, God, I go and I start fumbling around for the book, and I look, and I'm like, and I see the ring of mushrooms, and I'm like, look what happened. That's it. She's gone. He took her. God damn it.
These mushrooms smell like my home.
You got an idea? You know how to lay those shrooms around? Maybe we can help her out.
There are ways to use the natural features of the Midway to communicate with the fairy realm. And what's that smell? Is that you, John? You smell like a fairy too.
Probably just because I'm carrying the mushrooms.
No, it's a different stink.
Oh, well, I don't know. I've been all over the place recently.
Curious.
Well, welcome.
Okay.
You made it. At least some of you did. Make yourself at home. We got the whole place. It's our.
Yeah.
It's like, I got the shop back there. I still got a lot of junk there, but I brought a lot of it over here. So,
I was enchanted by the hummingbird. May I sit with your hummingbird again?
Well, it's not really mine. We kind of found it. Rogsy probably made it back when he probably doesn't remember it. Rogsy's the one who's making all this stuff. That contraption downstairs. Did we tell you? You got the message about the contraption? And,
You could clarify a little bit. It was kind of scratchy through the bird. What actually happened?
I don't know what I'm talking about. Rogsy should have left the message. You go. Tell him.
Well, it's a bit blurry. It's coming back, but yeah, we've created these fantastic machines back in the day, and we've been reunited and kind of reactivated their magic to stave off something very, very bad, or might have been quite fun, but no, it would have been bad. It would have been bad.
I would have died.
Yeah, we can show you if you like, but yeah, do tell us about any storied adventures you've had. We've had
What
quite
do you mean?
the time
What do you mean
of
you guys made this back then?
Mm-hmm. Back then, indeed, which is then. Yes.
And there's the heart. There's the heart.
Yeah, the author's heart.
Which if we wanted to, that was kind of the deal. Is the other Rogsy, the square one. He was trying to make the whole thing go back home.
Yeah, the shadow selves.
Yeah. Along with this guy, who I got in the closet, who you haven't met yet, and you probably don't want to meet, but
you hear him in there?
Yeah, shut up.
You hear this thumping of the closet.
I just want a freaking hot dog.
Just give him a hot dog.
Don't
He'll
give me
stop
hot
yelling.
dogs.
Hot dog.
Yeah, man, give me a hot dog. Come on, be a pal. Give me a freaking hot dog. Would you? Just come here.
So
You have a-
anyway,
You have a prisoner who wants food in the closet. What the fuck? What?
Well, I haven't. Everybody else made peace, whatever. No, not with that guy. Not with that asshole. There's no making peace. There's no coming together. There's no glitterfish deciding, hey, we don't have to fight. Let's just hang out and be friends. No, I got to fight this guy. I got to beat the crap out of him until he just
Pumping
shuts.
goes on. Boom, boom, boom.
No,
You
kumbaya.
let me out of here. I'll fight you, you prick.
Durgan, what happened last time you tried to hurt him?
Well, it hurt me a little bit, but I'm sure it hurt him a lot more.
So you're willing to undergo all of this physical pain, but you refuse to deal with any of your emotions.
I'm a reasonably emotional person, don't you think? Do I need more of it? You want me to be more emotional? Is that what the problem is? I don't understand. I'm just a fuck up, all right? I fuck up, okay?
This can be is unfucked. Is that the proper conjugation of your?
Yeah, I believe in the Latin that would be correct. If you were to conjugate that properly, yes. I would love to unfuck the situation, but I don't see any reason why that guy should be involved.
I think Dame and John have just showed up for the intervention here.
I think. Yeah.
The key to Durgan's unfucking. This will be the next.
Yes.
Part 1 of 15.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, what we speak of are our encountering our shadow selves. Dame and John, have you encountered your shadow selves out on the Aternium Road since last we met?
We did.
Indeed, we did. Indeed, we did. Yes. My shadow self almost married my former fiance, and John.
The faux John was there helping out. I actually managed to recover his briefcase, which had some plans and plots in it.
Did you ever look in it? I
did.
I meant to ask.
I did. He was mostly it's some research about trying to find something called the Goldfire coin. I don't really know what that is or anything, but they seem to think it was important, and if they think it's important, they seem to be up to no good, or whatever. And I can't imagine why they were trying to marry your ex-husband. That seems, or ex. Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with all of you, but I think I might be the shadow.
I thought the same thing, but my John, the other John, is just as normal as I am.
What's the opposite of nothing?
Apparently, it's exactly nothing.
Yeah, it's math, right? But he's a dreamer, right? You got some other thing going on, like when you sleep. That's when you're real, and when you're.
Yeah, the dream of a summer's lazy summer's afternoon, wafting in the wind.
Sometimes summer.
Or something like that.
Sometimes other seasons.
Maybe early fall. Which is it now right now currently?
I'm currently in summer.
Oh, there you go. Okay. Lovely. But no shadow self to be sighted. Yeah, I had an encounter in this infernal strange world of ours, and absorbed Robert Noble back into my shadow book, into my soul storybook. And that was that, I guess.
Wait, did you
suckered him in? I did. Suckered him in with the stories of magic.
That was a nice trick.
Did it hurt?
I'm not sure how I did it myself, but there you go. He's in there, so he's not pesky. Now we got Durgan. We got adventures. No more beating yourself up. It's paining me. It's paining me to watch you beat yourself up, Durg.
It's so fine. He's in the closet. I'm not going to touch him.
You got to get him in. We got to suck him into your book.
I think we should at least go talk to a shadow self and see what they're doing.
Yeah, fine. Yeah, go
sense.
talk to him. You talk to him. Have a great time. I'm gonna look at this book and try to save Moira. All right? Yeah.
I'm gonna throw a hot dog at him.
Yeah, hear me out. Let's give him a hot dog. Let's give him a nap, and then we can all talk.
We can poke him with a stick.
I'm hearing talk about hot dogs out there. You can give me a hot dog?
We go poke him with a stick.
Really
specific. Give me a hot dog, would you?
So you go up and open the janitor's or the storage room door, and you see this human there, matching a lot of the features of Durgan Lurch, though Durgan Lurch is a hobgoblin. He matches a lot of his human features, his style, his body shape, and all of that. And but he's bound up. He's got kind of he's got jeans and mechanics outfit and jacket on, and he's a little bruised up still and bound up, but you can see the bruising is fading, and he's just there tied, sitting in this very large janitor's closet.
What the? What?
So, about hot dogs.
Yeah. Go
We can get around to it, or what?
Yeah. What do you need? What do you want? Would you like you need something to put you at ease there? We got a couple hard with a hair, right, Durgan?
Nah, no, I don't need
Don't. Yeah. I think
I don't need a couple lot. I need a hot dog. I need these ropes off me. I'll go about my own business.
Hey.
Don't worry about me.
Not untying the ropes. Not untying the ropes. Not having that.
Look, give him a dag.
We'll give him a dog, though. We'll give him a hot dog. And
No relish, no mustard. Just the
What?
goddamn dag. Just shove
What?
the dag right down his throat.
What do you think?
Nope.
This is cruel and unusual punishment here. There's no relish and there's no mustard on there.
Yeah, really, that actually doesn't seem right at all.
So he sits there. He's like, "All right, well, what are you gonna do with me now, huh? You gonna off me? What are you gonna do? What's your great plans?"
Yeah, maybe if you kill him, then it'll, he'll go into the book. That's not a bad idea.
Hey, Rock Double, did it like hurt or anything when you like combined? What was the process like? Explain it to our friend here.
It was oddly cathartic.
Oddly cathartic. Doesn't that sound nice?
Mm-hmm. It was for because Rock Nobles, he's a trickster and chaotic and likes messing stuff up, but it was a particularly poignant emotional moment for me.
Oh, how freaking sweet! That's nice.
Yeah.
You look like a crunched booger. All right.
I put my arm.
You're talking to me here. Put some relish on the dog.
We're putting that hot dog on the other end if you don't can it. Close and slam the door on him.
Clunk. Son of a...
See? I told you he was a piece of shit.
Motherfucking shit.
I put my arm around Durgan, and like a little beetle crawls out of my sleeve onto his shoulder. Don't you think you could use some catharsis yourself?
Do you want to explain what catharsis is? Because I don't think Durgan knows.
Beating the shit out of him was...
Petal 7 flowers. I think that you're... Yeah.
I know what catharsis is. What do you think? I'm an idiot?
Like
I'm a
emotional.
goddamn artificer. I got to read to do this kind of work. I got to measure stuff. I got to know words. Catharsis.
Yeah. You got to read. Like you read on that old guy's car.
Yeah,
I turn around.
Oh yeah, tell him about that.
I turn around and look at everybody else. In case you have any secrets, you might want to step back around 15 feet. And I cast
a nice piece out there.
I cast a zone of truth.
Oh, god damn it.
Okay.
We're all rolling saves on this?
Well, unless you stood back. That's why I gave you all an opportunity to,
You see the beetle crawling
get out of the range.
Various beetles working their way around.
What's my save?
My DC is, whoops, I don't remember.
Failed mine. I rolled a 7, so I failed.
It's 8 plus my...
Light 6 petals, unleash the kumbaya.
Don't worry, I fell for your Iron John drum circle here. I rolled a 2.
Oh, wow.
Damn it.
Okay, let me read the Zone of Truth wording real quick.
Basically, we have to be honest with whatever we say, but we don't have to say everything, right?
Yeah, I don't got to say everything.
It's like,
no, but if somebody asks you a question, you got to answer it, right?
All right.
I create a magical zone that guards against
You look
deception.
real good there, sugar.
He's not lying.
I like that bust, Jay.
All right, lads.
I assume you're talking
hanging
to me.
around with these schlubs. No, Poindexter.
What's this all about? This seems unhealthy.
You tell him. I know exactly what to ask him because I know exactly why this guy's a piece of shit. Because
Wait, what do
he's
you
not gonna.
want to know? What's it all about? You know
what happened.
We're a bunch of the negative emotions of yourselves, but we planned amongst ourselves to get to you, to get rid of you, usually to become our own selves and fulfill our various wishes. And no, my wishes aren't I have an endless supply of hat bags.
Not a bad idea, though.
I know it's pretty good, though. But look, everybody's got their own little thing. That Johnny Good-Looking Nabble, he had his idea. He wanted to bring magic of the Midway back to Earth and rule it. I said, nah, it's above my pay grade. I just had a couple things I needed to do. Hippie chick had something else to do. The mousy one, she had something else to do. And then you had Johnny Squarepants. You were real worried. You wanted to just be normal. So I said, all right, everybody's got to be normal. The girl who wouldn't put down her box thing, she called it a smartphone or something like that. I don't know, whatever that thing is. I said, it's too little for a phone, lady. Well, you got a notebook? And, she was talking about fame and glory and all of that stuff. I didn't see what you were up to there, Pedalfoot.
Pedalfoot.
What do you know about me?
Not much. You look like the outlier. You look like the brand new kid in the dance here. We didn't hear anything about you. So you were something special, I guess. That maybe you were the one that threw the wrench. You're the monkey wrench in the works.
Well, have you perhaps read any of my work? I published under the name Everest Bloom. You might have seen my my columns in the Sylvan Observer.
Huh? Oh, wait, were you talking to me? Oh, I was dreaming. I had this big, beautiful dream where I was kicking that fucking prick in the face all day long. Boy, it was a sweet dream.
What is this about?
Payback's a bitch, ain't it?
You two, what is this about?
Don't talk about your mother that way, Dave.
Look, you want me to answer or do you want to tell him, huh? You want to tell him or you want me to tell him? What did.
If we're telling the truth, I want you to tell them.
All right, yeah. All right.
I'm be eating a hot dog with no freaking hands. It just untied me. For God's sake. Let me just have a hot dog.
Look,
what are you doing after, sweetheart?
Yeah, shut the fuck up. Yeah. See,
I'm talking to her. She's beautiful. What are you doing?
Yeah, that's what I stand between them. I'm just like, I turn around and I look at the rest of you all.
You stand between
him and everyone else.
Him and everybody else.
Back to him.
He backs away from Dame Harlow as he tried to flirt in his own shitty way. Grin ready to punch him in the face.
So confusing.
I point to him behind me and I say, this is what happens when you got no regrets and you just do whatever the fuck you want and you don't care if you hurt people and you just go on with life like it's no problem. You do that once and then you just keep doing it, don't you? And I turn around and I look at him, say, right? So that one time when how many more cars did you fuck up, huh? How many people died? Because that was not good. That was the kind of thing that made me stop doing this garbage. All right.
Well, now we're getting somewhere. Talk more about that.
Yeah, well, it was the one time. It was one screw up. Oh, and then I went away. And I went away deep inside. Oh, and then you wandered around moping and crying. You're like, oh, I shouldn't have been partying. Oh, I might have been the one that caused the brakes to screw up on the old man Collins car.
Yeah, that was us.
Oh, and oh my God, I had to hear you weeping and weeping for months until we
just
found
shut
her.
up, all right? Yeah, that's the problem. See,
with
he
this
just thinks I'm
guy.
a big whiner, right? He thinks everything's fine. He thinks it's okay to just do whatever he feels like doing, like he's a king, like he's a god, like he's the smartest guy in the room. You're not. You're not the smartest guy in the room, all right? You
Like,
are a
we're
piece of
not in
shit because
charge of
you've got
people.
no
We
fucking
do our
regrets.
own thing, and the world. Sometimes shit happens.
Yeah, and sometimes you're the reason why it happens. Maybe you're the reason why all this bullshit happened. Maybe it's all you. We don't even know. Was it you? You got to tell the truth now.
Yes.
Like a Chekhov play.
Yes, it was
That was
fine.
the other hobgoblins.
It was fine. It was freaking.
Oh my
It was
God.
me. It was you, and it was me. All
Give
right.
him relish, for God's sake. Give him mustard.
And you
Yeah.
didn't do it. And I went away. You moped forever. And then she came along and started making us feel better about ourselves.
Who are you talking about? I never met nobody.
You know.
Oh,
Wait, you don't know, do you? I know. Right?
Not a woman.
You sure the spell's working, Devin? He's full of shit, right? I
Who's Devin?
That's right. Too well.
6 pedals. 6 pedals.
It's working so well. Working through universes.
6 pedals. What the hell? That's not. He's full of shit, right?
He says, I know. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, you're just you from your time. Oh, I've been existing for our whole lifetime. Yeah, you don't know that she made you feel better. You don't know that she saved your life, right? Oh,
What?
and then you don't know that she left, right? She didn't leave us. The world took her away from us. Yeah, you didn't know that the disease got rid of her. Yeah, a few things you don't want to know, and that's how I'm trying to save you, dumbass. I wanted to wish that we never met that woman. I wanted to wish that we were just a bunch of sorry pieces of shit and we'd get rid of ourselves sooner or later. That's what I was wishing for. I wanted us to be who we truly are, worthless.
Oh,
That's a lot.
that doesn't make any goddamn sense. Why would you do that? Why would you take that away from her? You love this chick?
Because I hate you, you dumb sons of gun. I hate you, and she's the one that started making us feel like we were worth a hell.
Well, is she here? She died?
Oh, she's here. And he describes her, and it's a woman that you recognize meeting briefly at the Makers Fair.
Oh, yeah, the one I saw across the room and locked eyes and was like, who's she? That one?
And I said, oh, yeah. And he says, she's here, and she's out there in the other world for now, till I get my wish.
Is it weird that Faux Durgan keeps referring to them as us, and Durgan keeps referring to Faux Durgan as you?
Well, this one in the closet might seem the more unstable one, but at least he's able to admit the truth of what's going on here.
Man.
Well, it's my future self. So you came here, you lived a while. That's why the hair. That's why you're losing. God damn it. Am I going to be that bald? Jeez.
Yeah. The hair's going to go.
It's going to go straight down, apparently.
Yeah, it's going. Yeah.
Damn.
Hold on to that pretty long hair. It's going to go.
God damn it.
Don't wear so many hats.
Well, I gotta meet this chick. You can't. You're saying you loved her. You say she was something. You say she helped you.
Yeah. We loved her. I didn't care for her much.
Nah, Jesus.
But you know who I could love? How you doing, Toots? You're a good-looking lady over there.
I'm just close the closet door on him. Just slam it on him.
He tries to talk to Dave Harlan.
Nah, just like.
He's telling the truth.
All right, look, I'm tired of hearing this shit. All right, I get it. There's some shit I got to work out. All right, I didn't want to do that again. I didn't want to hurt anybody. I didn't want to make that happen, and so I gave up. And I came here, and I wasn't a piece of shit. You know, it was Durgan Lurch. So I assume he's telling the truth. He's gotta, right? So, I don't know, we got to find this lady, I guess. Maybe she can make sense of this, because any of you know what the hell is going on?
Sounds like redemption, Durgan.
Yeah, a
Sounds
little
like
bit.
redemption's waiting for you out on the Aternium Road there somewhere, like I found it, but I wasn't looking for it.
It would have been easier if I could just beat him up and then he, go away.
I
That's how I
think one
did it
of
when I was a kid.
the other things that you had mentioned, Scott, was that you and I mentioned this to all of you actually, is if you wanted anything, because Deeplington is such a guild trade city and a magical city, that if there was anything that you wanted, both item wise or whatnot, you can acquire it here. Hence our title of Everybody Loves a Montage if you want to go shopping. But also, Scott, you had mentioned you wanted to create some sort of device to, was it to spot your shadow selves or to spot, I forgot what you had
sort of
mentioned.
the embodiment of your antipode, as it were, right?
Mm-hmm.
That which you didn't know you seek.
Okay.
Right, destiny's sort of the kind of the death shadow of destiny, some sort of a
Star-crossed, a star-crossed.
No, when snipping when you cut and paste these areas. So, and they drop back down, and we have dropped back in. We are back from our wee break, and so we're still in our warehouse, and I am letting you guys have free run of Deeplington itself for what you would like to do. So yes, what are your plans? What would you like to do?
I want to find this lady somehow.
This
Definitely.
lady that you saw at Tech Conference?
Yeah, at that conference. She was part of this group. She would know all the people that we connected with, like the two gnomes and all the other little.
Oh, here in Deeplington.
Yeah, here in Deeplington, we went to this crazy like Maker's Fair, Burning Man-esque experience.
Lady Scallion?
Was it Lady Scallion? Was that her? What is her name, by the way?
You never got her name.
Yeah,
there was
she's
Lady
this
Scallion, who's in
enigma.
charge of the Hands of Shenanigans, who she worked.
She had a thing, right, with John.
But the
John
woman
Noble.
that worked the giant animatronic, Mr. Nobody. You didn't get a chance to meet her from very poor roles. You were kind of swooped up into the crowd, and you were two ships passing in the night.
There was also a sweet ride. There was amazing, like, funny car there that I didn't get a chance to see either. So he could just pretend that's what he wants to see and ignore the fact that it's about her.
Right.
Also, we should explicitly avoid Lady Scallion because she probably would be very angry with us.
We kind of ripped her off, didn't we? Because we snuck in and stole that little Clockwork Hummingbird thing.
Yeah.
We stole it.
And I put her to sleep.
Oh,
and
you stole it.
Yeah. Now I am that facial expression. Yeah.
But the only one she really saw was Rog Novel.
Mm-hmm.
And he ran away, and then we like ripped her off. That's kind of how it
Well,
went.
I was the last thing she saw before y'all robbed her.
Oh yeah, but you were sort of like, huh? I don't know what happened.
I was just telling her a really boring story about the specific fibers that my coat was made out of.
Right. Right. Very powerful. So there's that, and there's like trying to figure out, like, we're worried about Moira.
I was going to say finding Six Petals, Seven Meadows mentioned that they might be able to use these mushrooms to track wherever Moira is gone. And
I'll
I'd like
give
to
him
at
the
least know
book.
that.
I'll give Six Petals the book and have them look at it. So
I'd like to know that she's
look
at
it
least safe.
over.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also,
look at it.
quick out of character reminder: they them pronouns.
They them. Yeah, I caught it the second time, but I missed it the first time. Sorry.
Gotcha.
So you guys, y'all take a look at the book and figure out stuff if you want. He's already kind of looked through it a little bit. I might have some ideas, so we can just go from that. They're going to be like, well, this is the book. I found it. And the guy's a creep. I don't know what he's doing to her, but it looked like she kind of made some kind of a deal.
He is a creep.
Nice. He's not
Well,
a pimp, but he's kind of worse than a pimp. I don't know what his deal is. I kind of follow this book, and
Dame Harlow eyes again. We gotta like zoom in on that right there.
Bum, bum, bum.
and I have an article to publish in the Feywild, so I might be able to two birds with one stone, make a mushroom circle or something.
All right.
And and you do know that Dame Harlow, you were guiding Moira along to tap into her own personal power for a little bit of clerical energy, which you remember her familiar saying was not the wisest idea to to do that, because her fairy godfather, her warlock patron, provides her with her power, and buck that contract might be problematic.
Would I know of Toast Breath? Was that his name?
You know of Meryl? Yeah. If you give me give me an Arcana, with either intelligence or wisdom. Which one of the two's higher for you?
I got like an 8 or something.
No.
What did I learn? I think I know that she had made some deal with him to save her brother.
Yes.
Or
you had spoke briefly
Mhm.
to him, and he had told you
And revealed.
she was in his hands, which were very good hands, and her contract with him, that she was seeking this power to eventually heal her brother, who back on Earth is very, very sick, and and so that's one of the reasons she was doing what she's doing.
She made a deal with this guy.
Yeah, she kind of hides a little bit of that personal trauma through her rather arrogant shell, acting like she doesn't care about anything, just egotistically, but really it's she's covering it. And so you were you were one of the few out of this whole group that knows that she had made this contract to acquire magic through any sort to provide some sort of healing to save her brother.
And I'll montage, explain it, and point to things in the book, and kind of help them, give them whatever I can know about what I learned from.
Yeah, and then your character doesn't know much about Meryl Toastbreath,
right?
Because they're going at a name. It's not the true name. So
yeah,
right.
It's just this name.
And I imagine like the Feywild's a pretty big place.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but you know that like anything powerful enough to say, I'm going to give you a piece of my power via contract, and you can call upon it, is pretty powerful. It's a pretty potent being. So
it's like Zeus or Thor, right? It's like that. It's like them gads.
Gads.
Dag.
Gads. Same
thing. Call upon the power of the hot dog, huh?
Gads. Yeah, give me another dag.
Dag.
Yeah, you're gonna bring some sausage down. You're gonna bring a rain of sausage again.
Yeah, Johnny, you're gonna bring a kielbasa.
I just picked the perfect kielbasa right out of the sky. I didn't call that rain of sausage down. It's beyond my power.
Oh.
Yeah. Dog is my co-pilot. So what are we doing?
Well, y'all look like you could use, I don't know, I suppose they took a shower, but they're still wearing all the same clothes. Do we have like a wardrobe of cool stuff around here left over by our, can we have like a clothing montage where everyone's dressed differently?
I'm sure everyone has their fair share of traveling gear, except for John.
I could go find exactly the same thing I'm wearing again, I'm sure.
Right, yeah.
Well, his other self was here.
He's constantly coming out to like the walking on sunshine, like in different clothes, armor, leather jerkin and everything, and then finally opens up the curtain. It's a pristine, clean clothes. Version of what he's wearing before, and people are like, perfect.
Could I give him like a
Grin's
vest?
like, yeah.
Could we say I can give him like a vest and get him like a little bit like some armor under that, like
Oh,
studded
sure.
leather or something like,
Yeah.
Fancy.
you know? But it looks
Mhm.
just like it's just sort of like we wear it under it, so you can still look square.
I'd be happy to wear some leather armor in this place. I just
Yes.
you know.
I'll hook him up with a little bit of studded leather, just mechanically speaking.
Okay.
Uh,
Gotcha.
and he can look exactly the goddamn same. But before that, he gets all Mad Max and looks all cool.
Yeah.
And that's part of the montage.
Yeah. And then he just goes back to
that.
goes back to
And I'm
his-
like, it doesn't look that cool. It wouldn't look good on the side
yeah,
of
it's
a
just hot out
van,
here.
but you do
It's
you,
not
Johnny.
good on the side of a van.
Marcus,
Great. Yes.
I was wondering, was Rognobble building? Did I have time to work on my tiny Deus Ex Machina before Dame and John got here?
I'd say you were probably starting on it, but there's a few pieces that you'd want to acquire out in Deeplington. Maybe.
All right.
Sounds like an errand.
That sounds good. Let's
It might
tackle
be
it.
even some like probably you have like the major outer pieces for it, but some of the more intricate working ingredients or components that would probably be rare versus it'd be, as opposed to buying it, it'd probably be a favor from a friend for a friend to kind of get a piece of it. It is out there in Deeplington.
Okay, mall montage.
Yeah, there's a mall montage. Right. So mall montage mixed with a little bit of change montage, and were you still going out for drinks beforehand or during, or
Let's meet up and get drinks at the end.
Okay,
that works.
Gotcha.
We can show him around the town and scout and try to find the items that he's looking for. That car, which I think might connect me to her.
Okay.
And any other questy things we might run into on the way.
I need to do an errand at a fairy circle.
There you go.
Okay. So we'll say that the montage looks like you've all either like split up into your groups of twos or maybe one person at a time, and you're all kind of out there in the various levels of Deeplington, and we'll go with the montage sees of Six Petals going on your piece that you need, or your drop off that you needed to do, correct? Your face circle. And what was that, or what's the camera seeing with that?
Well, yeah, I opened up my notebook to my article that I just wrote. What did I call it? The True Apocalypse Was the Friends We Made Along the Way, about the Deeplington story, to publish in the Sylvan Observer, which is my like fairy newspaper that I have a column in. And what I do is I walk up to a fairy circle, like there's already a circle of mushrooms, and I rip all of the pages out of my journal that the article is written on, and then fold them into little like cranes, and then I dig a hole and I bury them.
Okay, nice. Yeah.
And
We
I'm
just
published.
see that as the music's going. That's how the Fae get published. You're just putting that in, tamp it down, and after a while, it's just.
Oh no, they're not little. They're not little paper cranes. I take them into my hands and then they turn into seeds.
Oh, and then dump them into the thing.
Yeah.
Okay, and then pop them in the ground, and the mushrooms disappear, and there's just a quaint little meadow, like bubbles up, and that's how you know the editors have said, "Looks good, kid." And that's just in some like little like road median. You'll see bicyclists like zipping past you, looking down.
I imagine my column is sort of like a stories from another world kind of thing. It's almost like a travel log for fairy people.
Some people are very interested. They're like, "Whoa, accounting? Crazy."
Crazy. That's like my dream job.
What a zany world is out there. They have to keep things called kids. Ugh, the worry and woe of these humans.
And while I'm there, I want to take out those mushrooms. That
okay.
I'm attending with him to make that call.
Okay. So yeah, it's you and John in this little moment.
So I put the mushrooms on the ground next to the other mushrooms in the fairy circle, and I'm like, okay, talk.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm
gesturing to the mushrooms to talk to each other.
John has skeptical eyes.
Yeah. You see of Six Petals take out these mushrooms and lean them against the other mushrooms, and he's just like, or they're just like, oh, talk.
Intervention.
Speaking in Eladrin, like he's
well, mushrooms are like
they're kind of coaxing.
Mushrooms are like sort of hive systems, though, in terms of the entity. So I imagine like all of these mushrooms in the circle are probably one being.
Of Six Petals, give me an Arcana roll, but roll with advantage. Sorry.
Okay, I need to pull up my D&D Beyond because I don't know what my stats are.
All right.
Arcana, right? Okay, +2.
Arcana.
That's a 13. You said advantage?
Yes.
13 and a 10. Wow. Okay. This is feeling like that Morkborg night again.
Yeah. And they start to root into the ground next to the other ones, and they talk. They they start speaking.
I bury my feet so I can kind of like listen.
Yeah, you take your shoes off and bury your feet into the ground. Okay, good. John,
John's skeptical eyes.
John, what are you doing at this moment?
Skeptical eyes.
Okay. Yeah, it's a lot of shots of like mushrooms rooting themselves, tying the other mushrooms, then
hey, maybe a look, maybe a preview into your future.
Yeah, of Six Petals goes, oh, takes off socks and shoes, puts feet into the ground. And you're just
like it's this oscillating, like he lets the mushroom dancers talk, and then John looks at him and it's like like flattened affect, and then the mushrooms like root in and start doing something. He's like, oh wow, that's really kind of, and then he takes his shoes off and like gets ready to take them in the dirt. He's like, what the fuck are you? Oh,
John,
okay, well,
John,
all right.
John, you can hear them too, right?
Yeah, totally.
So normal people can't. So I knew there was something going on with you.
Yep, you caught me.
Now, is that a deception? Are you actually
unmasked?
I am unmasked.
It's cool. I won't publicize it yet.
No, thanks.
Not until I can get a good story out of it.
That seems fair.
And it's giving you a little knowledge, but it's not giving you. It's not scrying into anything. So you can ask. The circle 2 questions.
I kind of gesture to John like, hey, what do you want to ask? I didn't know this lady.
Yeah, you don't.
I never met her.
The groups have been on 2 separate story arcs. So yeah,
you would have liked her. She was a blogger and stuff. She was a big deal.
Oh yeah.
She was on a network. She was on a network so much like this mushroom network, it's ridiculous.
It's true.
Is Moira Moon okay?
And the mushrooms kind of wiggle against one another. There's big toadstool mushrooms, and the mushrooms that you have are those
just like vibrating
trumpet horned ones, and or hen of the woods, and they're kind of flapping against. And you hear the mushrooms say to you of Six Petals, he must take off his shoes.
Oh, do you still have socks on?
There's socks on.
Oh, you need to. Your spirit energy needs to go through the mushroom portal.
Between his gold toe business socks.
John waves at a biker passing by.
Yeah, and it's a,
which is like an elephant on a freaking
the big one wheel. Oh, Scott, what are they
On a
called?
penny farthing?
The penny farthings. You know, there's penny farthings zipping by, and they're nodding their head. You know, various goblinoid humanoids are nodding their heads, and
They're like,
probably a few are like, "Oh, speaking to the Feywild. Oh, yes, man, delightful Sunday afternoon activity."
John, take off your socks.
Yep, they're coming off.
Okay, gotcha.
What that sounded like the mushrooms was like.
Yeah, they just couldn't quite hear you. It's very fuzzy. Between those gold toe men's warehouse socks, they needed you to take them off. So,
how dare you judge me? Be so accurate. All right, shoes are off. I repeat myself. Oh, fairest of mushrooms, is Moira Moon in any danger currently? In a safe place. Yeah,
oh, no.
Shit.
Oh.
Or no, they would say, Miss Moira Moon is for now. Second question, my lord.
You're a lord here? That's really neat. 6 petals, 7 meadows.
Oh, it's an honorary title. I don't know.
That's nice. Oh God, what other question?
Grass is it's not brushing against your foot. It's slightly like rubbing your toe.
Like, hey, buddy, what's up?
That's creepy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Is who is Moira with?
Moira is with her patron, my lord.
Shoot. Well, thanks for helping.
Do any of us know their name?
Well, we've heard Toast Breath, but
do they have the characters for that though?
I know about
yes.
them.
Yeah, yes. They Moira has talked to pretty much everybody about Meryl Toast Breath, her godfather, who she, blows off a lot. Unwisely.
Well, that's Moira. She blows off everything. I mean, it's
well, that's
kind of who she is.
True. But they sit there and they actually are still waving, and they say, "Would you like to know more, my lord?"
Yes.
Roll Arcana with advantage.
Let me see here.
And then I'm going to cut to Dame Harlow after this, unless anybody else is with Dame.
Also, I have one quick thing I want to do at the first circle before we leave.
Okay. Yes. I love that this is taking place at the median of a bike lane.
Yeah.
It's just in the middle of this cobblestone median in a bike lane. It's very European,
I'm imagining Deeplington like San Francisco. Like, you can't waste a single square meter.
No. Yeah, everything is jam packed with.
This is the only place we could fit a fairy circle.
Yeah, it's right here. And even then,
like
it probably had to go through all the hoops to get it there. Yes. What did you?
So I've rolled the dice, and because I am a big fan of success and failure, as the case may be, I have rolled a 1 plus 1 on the first part of the dice. Of course
you did.
And then I have rolled a 12 plus 1, so 13 in total.
13. Okay.
So it was with advantage, but I also don't mind a catastrophic failure if it's.
Yeah, I know. No. It's it was with advantage, I said. So you you get 2 more questions.
Can I want to crowdsource this question a little bit? Does anyone else have anything clever?
I'm wondering if we are able to reach her.
Yeah, how can we reach her? How can we get to her?
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I debated on asking that exact same question, but I figured it had to be posed in such a way that it was complicated, like, not complicated, but like, what is the address of Toast Breath's house, or where is Moira Moon currently? Like, is going to result in the pantry, or something silly.
So you wanted to. I'm sorry. How are
John
you?
John is no wizard. How can we get to Moira Moon?
And
don't follow her on Instagram.
No, yeah, don't. And with that, the circle, which is now a meadow, starts to grow slightly and open up. And looking deep into it, it's a very those mind's eye posters. You look at it after a while, looking at it, you're like, oh, there's a dinosaur. I see it.
It's a schooner.
All those flowers there, you see, like, yeah, I see a schooner. It's got that meadow, and it tends to drift away. And the further you look into this mound of meadows, it looks like it's visually concaving itself into a spiral staircase that leads down and down and down. And it says, on this road. Or they say on this road, it's a bunch of mushrooms.
Well, that was a little bit more immediate than I intended, but...
You can unpluck those fungi, but...
You say you can't unpluck...
You did it before, or you took the fungus before, so you can take them with you.
Portable.
Mm-hmm.
Cool, we got a fairy portal.
A hook for another story.
I wonder what would happen if I went back. Would I
know, right? Yeah. What happens when a dream goes back to its dreamer? Well, guess we'll see. Yeah. What happens when a very, very lucid dream comes back to its dreamer? Who forgot that he was dreaming? So that was sorry, your first question. You do have another question, my lord. And what, like I said, we can writers group this. If anybody wants to pitch around a few ideas, you can go right ahead. I'm just being Hen in the Woods mushrooms.
All right, John asks unless somebody has a very clever question. John says,
oh,
go ahead.
So I was just going to say, maybe there's like some kind of a spell that'll open up a way to get to her.
Or can the mushrooms get us there? Or
they'll take us in the future, was I think the suggestion.
Yeah, it looks like we can plant that somewhere else and open up that portal again.
Okay, so maybe what are we going to face on the other side? What were you going to say, John? Or Jared?
John was going to say, what do I need to bring with me in order to rescue Moira? Whisper it in my ear, mushrooms, and then we'll just not talk about it until we get later on. And it'll be like, oh, I have the perfect thing because the mushrooms told me.
Nice hook. Like it.
Nice.
Okay.
Right. A salami sandwich? That's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous.
How would you pass this head
you are dealing with face spirits. Sometimes are very, very odd in their requests. Okay. Yeah, then we could leave it at that if you want to. And it's a scene of where you are saying, well, what do I need to bring in order to save Moira and bring her back? Yeah. And it's that where they're like, and you're leaning down, camera's very, very tight in.
And the camera cuts to of 6 Petals and 7 Meadows, who takes their feet out of the ground and then like walks away kind of bored. And then they find a pond near the fairy circle, and then they look at the ground and see a shining stone, and they're just like, oh, cool, that's lucky. And then They
And
pull
then
out like
pick up your lucky stone.
Yeah, this is my magic item that I'm taking. I just found it next to a pond.
Okay. I love it.
I think it's a stone of good luck.
Okay. You picked up a stone of good luck. Right. And then it whispers into your ear. And we'll hold on to that. You'll find that out when you need it.
Find that out at some other episode, like we knew exactly what we were up to.
And you collect it. You collect your the circle of the ones that you know of, and then the other ones stay for a bit, and then they disappear, and then the meadow kind of grows out a bit.
I never thought I would have said this, but thanks, mushrooms.
You'd be surprised how much you would learn with using mushrooms. They say back.
It's like an advertisement for doing drugs. Past 9 o'clock, right? Yeah, we could totally do that.
It's past 9 o'clock. And then peck them up. So we're going to then cut to the next scene, which is Dame Harlow. What does your montage or scene look like as you're going through Deeplington? And you can grab anybody who's here with you, and it doesn't even need to be at the same time. It's not like, while this is happening, John was over here, so he couldn't possibly be in this scene. You can, pick, or it can be your own scene. It's how you want to frame it.
Well, the dame really needed to get her braids tightened and plaits in correct. So she goes to the first. She goes to the hairdresser. Gets her tentacles all nicely cleaned and primped and shined and so forth.
This beautiful, fun, roly-poly humanoid that is pretty much just like very Humpty Dumpty. It's a round being with splendidly little legs and long arms, and has a powdered wig on that is kind of off kilter because its head is almost circular with the body, so it's just sliding around this powdered wig going around, and it's a dandy, and they are they're totally enamored by you. They were like, oh, we've never had anybody from the Priory come into my shop, and they're fawning over you and giggling and laughing. Right. So you got your things done.
Well, I'm in the chair, and of course Grin is on all fours, and I am using him as a footstool.
As auto.
As my footstool. And
workout.
What was that?
Nothing.
Grin is obediently down there. Am I performing this service good, mistress?
Indeed. And I'm starting to think of we need to outfit Grin.
Okay.
And I'm talking to him. Although this dandy is flitting about, I have very serious matters on my mind. Ever earnest and focused is Dame Harlow. Not
his voice, like the stylist's voice drifts away a bit as you get into deeper thought,
right, and contemplation and meditation and so forth. And I know that I must take good care of my squire, as he is going to take good care of me. And we discuss getting him a little armored up.
Okay.
And I think that and Grin was so dazzled by the warehouse and all of the wares and works that Durgan Lurch had tinkered about with and so forth. So Grin is very excited that I'm talking to him about possibly having his own armor, and we're discussing what that would look like and so forth.
Oh, nice. All right, sweet. Grin is very, very happy that you even would bestow this upon this lowly being.
Well, I have a sense that I'm disturbed deeply that Moira is gone. and I have very, very, very bad feelings. I know that I know through meditation and contemplation and insight that there's going to be a battle, and I don't want to give her up away to this milk breath,
right?
Whatever the fuck. I don't like him, and so I'm really focusing on that energy and what is to come. Yes.
Okay, sweet. I like this. All right. So,
and then
yes.
the one thing that I think might be funny is that Durgan makes things that are maybe a little rough and a little janky or rough or so forth, and so
rustic.
Sure, be nice.
Unfinished edges is the designer's term for it.
So the course of Grin getting suited up and then wearing this suit as we go forward, maybe there's a comedy of errors as it's kind of falling apart half the time. And
no, I'm pretty good. I know what I'm doing. It's going to be solid.
Constantly get it like wrenched.
It's going to look like
place.
shit, but it's going to be solid. It's going to be kind of diesel punk. Think of like, you take this sort of 60s aesthetic, but there's still some old parts from the 50s sort of brought together and made into armor like it's a Chevy, but it's played
well,
now.
I like the notion of the rough edges that in and of itself could be a weapon. So.
Yeah, could be. Have spikes, sure. Right. Can make it look really cool, like a Frazetta painting.
As you're in the salon getting that done, and you're speaking, and in the background there's just this other dandy, like halfling there, with a big, like bigger than them sketchbook, who's jotting your ideas down, and you're kind of going on about, here's what I envision, and yada yada, and they're drawing it away with charcoal and buzzing around, and maybe that's it. It's a bit of Young Frankenstein in the end, where Igor's like, something like this, and and he hangs it up on the hair dryer, and it kind of and it's just a sketch of the armor, and Grin is agreeing at that. Then you think, yes, that is it. That's awesome. All right, cool. Okay, so then we'll plan that he's going to get suited up for you, and you are we eat the idea that Moira could possibly be in danger, and so going after her. And then we have time. We're gonna cut to Rog. What are you doing, and who are you with?
So I'm building this device to help Durgan kind of find his find his destiny and to be of service in any way, because Rog's kind of found his sort of resolution. He wants to help his buddy out, and also offering his services to tour, to help guide John and Dame around afterwards, if they're still needing to find anything here in the city. I assume that Rog Noble's knowledgeable and knows folks, right? Yeah.
The memory's hazy, but you still, the more that you're here, the more that you are familiar and know where you want to go.
Yeah, so he offers himself to be a bit of a tour guide if needed. Okay. Being uncharacteristically cordial. he's in a good space.
Maybe he can help me too with finding this dame. I don't know.
Well, you're right. So yeah, the device that I was building is sort of have an oracular quality to it.
So we'll try to find the stuff you need to make that work, so we can go kind of looking around to.
Let's go.
The market, the Goblin Market.
Okay.
Goblin Market.
You go to the Goblin Market, and deep within the market itself, of a place called The Excellent Prince's Most Excellent Prizes. And it's a kind of a one-stop shop. and there's actually not a goblin, but a tabaxi that runs it. Tabaxi being a feline or cat humanoids, and you know of one. Kind of looks like Spot is a human, and their name is called Amused in Wonder. And you come in. The bell against the door kind of clings and comes in, and you see this very, very fashionable ocelot humanoid.
Meow.
And has these little glasses at the end of their face. They're kind of reading this letter with strange zigzag, almost like a crazy straw cigarette holder there. And
what's it we're looking for in terms of parts? Do we
no, I'll leave that
to you, Roxy. Hey, Roxy, what are we looking for?
Narration.
Yeah, what's in there?
All right, yes.
What do you expect to find in this place?
Looking for pieces most eldritch and erudite. I don't know. Arcane?
Arcane?
Yes. Yeah, for building a device of extraordinary oracular powers, for finding that the unseen, the unknown.
Rognobble, could you give me a where am I? Where are you, Rog? Let me take a look here.
Lenses, tea leaves, intestinal tract, all on aisle 3.
Roll with it's a bit of survival in this case. Give me just a roll with your survival.
Can I give him a guidance? Give him an extra D4?
Extra D4, and instead of wisdom, you'd use your charisma.
Okay. Okay.
So it's just going to add a 0 to.
Oh God, my lowest stat.
Yeah, we're both very uncharismatic.
Don't add anything to roll.
Frickin' goblin.
You're a pretty goddamn charming goblin.
Okay, there we are. Right on the money. 11.
Okay.
Did you get the D4?
Oh, right. And then if you roll an extra D.
I'm giving you an extra D4 with my special cool
okay, well then,
guidance thing. If it matters.
It helps.
Okay, so rolled under.
Okay.
What'd you roll? What'd you roll in D4?
It was 11. I don't have a D4 on me.
Oh, sorry. On your D&D Beyond is the red. There should be a red die in the far corner.
The bottom left, there's a red die.
Dice.
Oh, there it is.
It actually does stuff. Yeah, it's very subtle.
Oh, nice.
And that first one.
Saw that there.
Yeah.
Roll about a 3.
Perfect. So that's a 14 altogether. Yep.
Okay, yeah.
That's more than enough. So you actually do know, or Amused in Wonder remembers Rog Nobble. And the bell clings for a bit, and Amused in Wonder is like, doesn't even lift their head up from their tome and says, "Yes, what can I do for you, goblin?" Familiar goblin. Rog Nobble goblin. He looks up, and the ocelot lifts his head up and it says, "Well, I haven't seen you for quite a while."
Good to be back. Well, thank you for having us in your shop. Yes, we are seeking strange eldritch and arcane items to finish a device of oracular nature.
Yes.
Have anything?
Rog Nobble, you are always looking for something arcane and oracular.
Of course.
I might have something for you. And what is it that you seek? What is it that you seek to do, Professor?
To endeavoring to make a device, craft a device which can reveal that which is sought, but not known consciously. Does that make sense?
Of course, you're talking to Amused in Wonder. Every piece of gibberish is very, very clear to me.
Good. Okay, good.
Says
not
so on my
making
business,
any
says
sense
so
to
on my
me.
business card.
What did you do? Actually, Durgan Lurch, what did you do with your shadow self?
I was going to say I would leave Midgie to watch him, so
Okay.
I'd have built out a fairly solid sort of cage door kind of thing, and have the dog watching it in a standard kind of way. So if he does get away, the dog will come running after me and let me know. I guess, but
your doppelganger is locked away.
We'll leave him out of this.
Okay. Yes, you seek something that completes your destiny, your heart's desire, the thing that makes your heart skip a beat that you do not know why it makes it skip a beat.
That'll do the trick.
Delightful. Yes, well, it'll take a little bit of paperwork signing, but I think I have something. And they kind of scurry up the, yes. It will be quite a bit of paperwork. Yes. I hope you have somebody that enjoys paperwork. Amused and Wonder smiles like, oh, you're going to be here forever. And they go climbing up. Unlike library ladder, they just scamper and climb everywhere. They're climbing on these walls of shelves and items and books, and they kind of scurry off and don't even make much noise. And comes back with a velvet lined box, and opens it up from in front of you. And so it's organic. And obviously magical, but I will let you describe what it is. And it is alive.
Oh.
It says, finest quality. Stitchin. No, it's not Stitchin.
So it looks sort of like a furry little fruits.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's I forget what they're called. It's almost like a lychee.
Rambutan.
Yeah,
a rambutan. That's right.
That's it. Yeah.
Right. It's rambutan. It's like a rambutan, but it is a living thing. Yes. Rambalam. Rambutan.
Black Betty.
It quivers.
Okay.
It quivers.
Mm-hmm. It kind of.
You're doing it right.
Yes, this is most highly sought after if it is something that your heart desires. So
wonderful.
At least that is of course one of the components. I would assume that what you're trying to build will need some sort of guiding light, and of course this is what this does for you. Now,
yes, of course.
Now, are you ready to pay the price, Professor?
Oh, I have story bucks. We've what currency?
Yeah, you do have a huge ton of currency that you stole from this guy.
Yep.
Another reason why she's probably pissed at you. You stole her money. And he says, oh, yes. And I assume you want to fill out all the proper paperwork.
How much if we don't? Yeah, maybe a few more bucks. Yeah, we don't have to talk about this.
Oh, well, Amused in Wonder is always amused by extra money. I would say that is persuasion.
Skip, yeah.
All right, I'll try a persuasion roll.
Sure, this isn't a Vogon
I rolled a 1.
Oh.
And my persuasion is -1, so that's a 0. That's worse than a 1.
Wow.
Amused and wonder.
Can I roll?
Pulls out the paperwork. Yes, yeah, you may roll to see if you can help. But it is a 1, so
A 1, yeah. We're filling out this goddamn paperwork.
That's a bit tough.
And 12 cops are gonna come rolling in there. What the hell?
Give me a roll, Professor. Let's see.
I rolled a 19.
Oh, you son of a gun! You fine.
Covered my ass.
Damn
Oh,
it. and Amuse and Wonder has this huge stack of paperwork. I mean, it is several Encyclopedia Britannica stacked on top of one another pile of paperwork, and as they're about to sit it down in front of you, what do you say to convince them that this is not worth their time? That the storybucks and they'll ignore the paperwork could be good enough.
Probably offer Muse and Wonder a tour of the author's heart.
They're like, device you were working on so long ago?
Oh yes.
It is still alive. It is still beating. Pardon my.
Indeed. We activated it just recently to save Deeplington from certain demise. You simply must come. You must come and see it. It's quite a wonder. Amused and Wonder.
It is. It's one of the greatest wonders from what I. Throws a big pile behind them, and you just see it like flapping like a slinky of paperwork, a slinky of bureaucracy drops down behind them and drops. Well, I could free myself at any moment's notice. Tonight, tomorrow.
Yes. Tomorrow sounds perfect. Well, we shall come back.
Yes. Well, then it is a deal then, and flips through all the storybooks, kind of eats one. Ooh, amorous memory. You know how to pay for things the right way, Professor.
Ooh.
Yeah. Well, take what you need, and he's kind of eating more of these storybooks. And he's starting to usher you out and flip the close sign on the door. Yes, all right. And then locks, and you hear this.
Good day to you. Okay.
Draws the blinds, and you hear the sound of a cat in heat behind there, behind the door.
Wow.
You have the quivering jelly fruit.
Yes, that is going to act as the it's the magnetic component of a compass. It's
points where we want
draws you to where you set it to where
desires fruit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the desirous fruit.
Fruit of desire. Desire is fruit.
Yeah. And you seal that up in your box. And I would say the next it's probably having you all meet up.
Yeah.
I think the next scene is
Sure.
having you all meet up. You had agreed to come to the Fool's Maze, this bar in Deeplington. The Fool's Maze is a bohemian artist bar, and it's located in the center of this big, beautiful hedge maze. You need to, if you are not a private member, make your way through the maze. Come to the center of the Fool's Maze. And along the way, if you do hit any dead ends, it's not necessarily a failure. There are attendants there who will serve you little brandy snifters of this beautiful elixir called the victory round. And the victory round, of course, is almost like a yellow chartreuse, kind of kicked up a little more. And so to get to the center of this bar will be 3 successes. And I will make it a skill challenge for you, whoever wants to roll. Just simply describe to me how you are overcoming the challenge of getting through the maze, and roll with the skill that you feel you're that is pertaining to your narration. So you're saying, I saw some rich people headed this way, so I kind of finagled and persuaded and maybe even seduced a fine young lady to get me to the right twitch and turn, or I athletically jumped over a couple of hedges and found our way through. So I folks through. So 3 successes, of course. Failures mean, of course, you are drinking, and we're going to make Constitution saves. And but you just need 3 successes to get to the center. Fails mean I'm going to have you all be drunk in the middle of this maze trying to figure your way there. So whoever would like to go first and describe how you are helping each other get through this hedge maze and into this bar.
I got this one.
What do you do first?
So I have I could extend a long periscope out the top of my top hat that looks over the hedge.
It comes out like the bottom half comes out of your brim, and the rest
the
pops
job.
up the top, right?
Being an artificer, yeah, right to over the job just goes on the top. Like, all right, this way. And Rog Nobble's extremely pleased because he's 3.5 feet tall. So the fact that over the hedge, like,
Fantastic.
Give me, God, that's great. Give me a Rog Nobble. Give me a perception check with that, but use it with your advantage because you are using a device.
Oh, say again. You cut out there at the end.
Oh, sure. Just give me a perception roll, but roll with advantage. So you're rolling twice, picking the best.
Okay, there you go. 15. And way over. And 20.
Oh, geez. Yeah. Easily enough. Was that a natural 20 that you rolled up there?
19 plus 1.
Okay, gotcha. And it guides you past a few rows. There's a few people behind you who are frustrated and trying to flag you down, like, wait. And you can tell they've already had a few of the victory rounds, and they're like, oh, wait. And they're just laughing. They're like, why don't we just hit a few more dead ends? It'll be fine. And they're like, but I want to get out of this maze. It's been 3 days. And I heard last call twice.
No ginger slaps for us.
Yes. And so
last
who is
call
the
Fantasyland? That's sad.
I know, God. Who's the next up?
Place must be
so you have one success under your belt.
I think Six Petals has something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you got petals.
Yeah, I can just like walk up to the hedges and start talking to them. So I make friends with the hedges themselves. So like I walk into the hedges and I just like stick my head into the bushes.
Start speaking to the hedges.
Like Homer, but backwards.
And then I'm just like, hey, what's up? What way do we go?
Okay. Then I will say, guys, even persuasion. For you, it'll be persuasion.
Cool. I have a +8 in that.
No, God.
And I got a nat 1.
Oh my God! They giggle a little bit and they. Oh, this to your left, and you want to turn right, and I do a bit, and then you see this robust gentleman, mustachioed. No, it's a bearded lady, and she is there. Her in the curls of this big, beautiful ginger beard are little metallic brandy snifters. And she says, "Well, hello, good looking. Guess what I got cooking for all of you? Welcome to the dead end. Welcome to a victory round." And passes it to all of you.
None for
Very
me.
excited about this.
None for me. I don't drink.
I'll drink.
Oh, well, drinking for two. And she pats your 6-pack and
Nice.
and up and away you go. Give me a Constitution save.
All right.
Please, from everybody.
Ooh, pretty
What's
good.
the DC on that?
The DC on this one, for now, it does
20.
On the DC for now is just 10.
Dirty 20.
Okay. Feel a little bit of the burn, a little tingle. It's got that
nice.
cinnamony flavor to it.
Feels like forgetting.
Yes, it does feel like forgetting.
It's like, I got a 16, but I'm looking forward to having a good night, so I'd like to roll a 14 instead, please.
I got a big old 3.
Oh no!
Here we go again.
Here we go again.
And we're
David
rolling, we're doing the D20, right?
Yes, you'll roll a D20, add your Constitution bonus.
Yeah, I didn't make it through this maze last time.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Come on, I know my way around. I know my way through here. I should remember.
Seems like half the fun is getting lost in this maze.
That's
Oh,
it.
Derek, and you said you're drinking too?
Sure. Why the hell not? I'll drink 2.
Because you drank Evan's one. So give me a let me roll with disadvantage.
Okay, so I'll roll again.
And Dame Harlow, what you roll?
I rolled a
12
6,
plus.
and I don't have any extra with my Constitution. Although I didn't level up. I mean, I didn't add stuff for leveling up. But anyway,
It would be the same. But yeah, I think it's still a 6. But mine's
because even if it was ad, I've made it through.
16.
Okay, so you're fine. Dame Harlow and Rog Novel, you start to feel a little tinge. It's sweet. It's viscous. It's got a little cinnamon. You can tell it's more of an herbal elixir. Or that's where it gets its alcohol.
Oh God, Jägermeister? Oh God.
Yeah, I know. I was just thinking that exact thing.
Baron Jaeger.
And you feel that Baron Jaeger feel to it, and you've got this warmth to your cheek, but nothing bad. That's only one success, one fail.
I know how we should get through this maze next.
Go for it, John.
All right. No, listen to me. Bear with me for a second. I think, Dame Harlow, you have the ability to detect evil. I think you should cast around for evil, and we should go towards it.
I know the alcohol doesn't have evil intent, but I like this idea.
I just figured the bar is in the center, and that's where everything's going to go wrong. So that must be the right place to go.
I see what you're saying.
Well, extraplanar beings count as evil as well. So if it's a fire elemental, there isn't the sense of evil isn't really evil anymore. It's more like you're not from around here.
So Dame Harlow, please describe to me how your detection of ill intent, we'll say, not evil, but ill intent works. What is
detect party?
Story-wise, what does detect party look like?
Yeah.
How are you casting it? What does it look like? Or what are the people seeing?
Shit, I'm stumped. Hold on. Okay, so I'm casting for evil.
Well, it's your finely honed paladin senses allow you to detect, a number of things. Hijinks. Yes, and I'm just saying, rather than normally you go there and smite them, let's just not smite them. Let's just go there and drink with them.
Okay, gotcha.
Just for tonight. Just for tonight.
Love the smiting of things.
Yes, you do.
So of course I'm well appointed and well oiled and brushed and combed.
Yeah,
and
that's right. You're attuned.
Shiny and been polished, all my armor and my half gown, half sort of jodhpurs and boots and so forth. And of course, as always, I have the magic bullwhip of truth, justice, and discipline on me.
Yeah.
And so I take the bullwhip from waist, and I start like doing, this
That's swirling.
swirling motion. But I've got the skills to sort of go around me, and it creates sort of a vortex of that ultraviolet color that is my color, and it creates this vortex around me that I then as the whip slows down, the vortex still remains this beautiful ultraviolet, this shell about me.
Oh, okay. Nice.
This up with a grand gesture and the energy into the palms of my hands, and I give a blow, these each balls of energy that go out, and the ultraviolet is just attracted to evil like nobody's business.
Get that off me! What the? Jesus!
It's
just a mood.
Flittering around, and they float off, guiding you. So please, Dame Harlow, give me a Arcana roll with advantage.
Okay, and that's still a D20?
That's still a D20. Yeah.
Excellent.
And your Arcana, I believe, is a +1. So.
You're correct. Oh, a 17 + 1 is 18.
Nice. Yeah, we don't even need these. Well, roll again. Maybe you'll get a crit. Yeah.
Was that arbitrary?
Well, we'll roll with advantage. You're gonna roll and then take it twice, and we'll see.
Right. It's like that twice thing gets me. The first one's where it's at, because this time I just got
First one's where it's at. That's a second success, guides you through. Now you hear the music. You smell. You smell the smoke of what must be from various hookahs. You hear the music coming, so you are getting closer. Again, you pass by more people who are very loaded, very lost, who are just like, anyway that these other artists who are trying to make their way through there. And who is up next? So
I'll tell you, Marcus. That delicious booze that I just tasted tastes a lot like this lovely
DNA Lounge bourbon.
Small batch bourbon.
That does
quite delicious, really quite delicious. Actually,
and can you some of that DNA Lounge sent to you through the
fantastic
DNALounge.com? Nice. Or is that through Grubhub at the DNA Lounge?
Nice.
Oh, that's smooth. Oh,
Oh,
hey, I have an idea.
That's DNALounge.com.
That tastes like pre-COVID right there.
It does.
Tastes like freedom.
Small batch bourbon.
It's like events.
This ain't no prohibition.
No, so we had of Six Petals Go. We had of Rock.
I have an idea. Can I make some kind of a spring-loaded kind of launcher that'll sort of point us toward the evil and toward kind of wherever Roggs was figuring out when he had the periscope up.
Launch
I'll just set up a little spring catapult deal and launch.
Chuck me over the.
I'll launch Roggs and everyone else if they want to. We'll start with him.
Okay.
I'm hanging on to the bottle.
Right. All right.
Pretty sure you have to start paying for drinks once you actually make it into the bar, so I'm in no hurry to leave the
I'm going to say that must be an Arcana.
Okay. I'm decent at that.
I'm shot and I'm tanked. So.
But use wisdom instead of intelligence.
Use wisdom instead. Okay. I'm reasonably wise. I'm not as wise as I am smart.
So all of you start hopping on the spring-loaded.
I'm like, hold on a sec.
Send you over.
Wet tunic contests. Let's do this thing.
Did you say advantage or no?
No.
Okay. So 4 and 4 and 3, 11.
That still isn't.
Probably work for Roxy. He's small.
And that still gets it over. It's just
my tunic is long.
So you go. There's just this montage scene of everybody hopping onto this spring-loaded device and circumventing over about like 4 rows of hedge maze into the center of this bar. You go clanking, landing down with grand style.
And I leave the device there.
Okay.
And I have like a little sign because I can. One of the things I can make a little gadget that just says something and says "Step on here," and it's all
Okay.
set for the next person who comes if they want to
Right,
shortcut.
if they can find it, they get in there. Okay, sweet.
Yeah,
I love it. Right. So you all jump and make it into the center of the Fool in the Maze, and it is rocking. You know, it is a fun, artistic bohemian time, and
I remember that.
you are you're greeted. Let me see where it is. Sorry. Yeah. You're greeted by a young human male, kind of hawkish nose, olive skin. He's got like this 5 o'clock shadow, slim build, and he greets you right away because you all land like you come rocketing over, and he says, "Well, I've seen a lot of things in my time of how to get here, and that is probably one of the most stylish entrances to the front of the Fool in the Maze. So welcome to my father's bar, Fool in the Maze, everybody," and brings you on in. And shows you seats and table. It says we do have table service. I'll be more than happy to bring you something delicious, as well as or you can step up to the bar, and my sister is there. I am Laura. My sister is Dorsa, and she kind of waves hi as she's talking to somebody. And are the Fool in the Maze.
I go up to the bar.
We are here. They're there.
Yeah, sidle up to the bar and order some lard, maybe 2 hairs.
Can I have a
You
flight?
still want lard with
That's a breakfast beverage.
That's more of
Bro.
a breakfast meal, really.
You know I'm an
Or,
insomniac. You know.
Can I have a flight of mineral water?
What? Man, you're gonna get loose.
All right. Yeah. Like,
Okay. Right. They bring you a flight of mineral water. Man, right.
As I'm standing there at the bar, I pull a jar out of my coat, which is something that I picked up while people were doing other errands, and it just has a bunch of bees in it.
Oh, right. Yeah, I forgot that you mentioned that in note that you wanted to. So you've been gathering up bees. Oh, you're gathering up bees in the maze, maybe in the hedge maze itself.
Okay, yeah, they're magic bees though.
Okay, yeah, got it.
And I open the jar and they kind of like swirl around my head and land on my flowers and stuff. And I'm just, sipping my mineral water.
You open it up and bees come fluttering out or buzzing out and are working at the pollen in your hair, right? And enjoying your flight of mineral water. The woman Delar is okay. Jesus, it's a fun crowd we've got here tonight. What can I get the rest of you? Did you say lard with 2 hairs?
2 hairs, yeah.
Feeling tough.
Gosh.
Yeah, it's gotten to that. I know.
You and my dad. He loves his tankard of lard. 2 hairs. And 2 hairs, and she kind of is rubbing the mug like, the wise bartender, and she's like, what's the trouble, bub?
Jeez, where do I start? It ain't good. I'm looking for a dame. She's my only hope. But
well,
but my buddy here is going to help me find it, right, Roxy? We just need one more thing.
Oh, you got a couple of the victory rounds in you.
Gonna get a couple victor of that unicorn milk.
Ooh,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, all right. It's a bit of drowning our sorrows and a bit of celebration. You got it. Unicorn stout and lard of 2 hairs coming right up, gentlemen. The rest of you, what can I get you?
I feel like I should try what the natives are having, but I'm gonna go with the unicorn stout rather than the lard with 2 hairs in it. That's
Oh, highly recommend.
I had lard for breakfast.
Oh yeah, it's particularly fetid. It's super sour
right.
and like super spoiled and sour and lumpy. It's like it's kind of curdy and kind of.
It squeaks. It squeaks when you drink it.
Yeah, it's like a little curd.
Yeah.
Oh, it's delicious.
It's loamy.
Oh, Miss Moira.
Loamy. And Dame, she says, because see your signets and design, and she says, Dame, what may I get you today?
A fine glass of sherry.
Ooh. Sensible, right? And she kind of dusts off this glass. Oh, actually, no, she wouldn't be dusting off there. But there's a bunch of artists here and hipsters. They would be drinking sherry, not realizing what it is.
and a bowl of water for my squire.
And he says, "Oh, thank you, mistress." and she's a cup of water, a glass of water.
No, a bowl.
Right, bowl. Okay, brings over a bowl and the lard, and moves over to this big wooden sculpture of this angry-looking unicorn. It is not as the quaint, it's like pissed off looking unicorn. Its hooves are raised up in fury, and she grabs the horn and she pulls it forward, and this foamy stout starts getting filled in your tankards, much the way that she's supposed to pour it, she waits a second, then twists it a bit, and it comes out like a spiraled horn, or the foam comes out as a spiraled horn, and drops it off in front of you. It bubbles and glints a little bit. It's almost like soapy. You see light dance in it, and she says, "Enjoy, gentlemen, angry unicorn stout, straight from the horn."
Delicious.
Yeah, because it comes from the base of the unicorn, really the design of the thing. So
you drifted off into muttering there. You said it comes from the base of the unicorn.
Yeah,
I totally don't. Wait, it comes from where? From
where? It does come from.
Know me.
It comes from the hind quarter of the unicorn, and drops it off. And something to smoke tonight, adventurers.
Well, now we're being called something different.
She sizes up the party, and she says, "Obviously, you must be some sort of adventurers. You're just not any of these regular schmoes and artists. You look around, people having,
you look like you don't have jobs.
Drawing, there's people drawing, as we said, what guilds that they come from, and or
COVID
acting.
Is there too?
Acting out. No, because here we have intelligent people in charge. There is but people are doing interpretive dance as to what guild they're from and whatnot. So all the artists are there mingling, but you also see them surrounding hookahs.
I'm getting into the vibes, and I've drank a certain amount of each of the waters in the flight, and now I'm like using my fingers and like tracing the rims to like start playing music to like for the dancers to dance to.
I see. Give me a performance, please.
All right. And during all of this, there are just bees swarming around my head.
Yes. There is a swarm of bees around you. That people are avoiding you because there's a swarm of bees around this weirdo.
But that's a 14 plus 5. That's a 19.
Shit. But the music sounds good. There's this thrumming because of the bees that the chime of your crystals is moving with it. It's very, very Brian Eno-y, you know, and
I hook it up with a little reverb box to kind of take the sound and like give it a little bit of a sustain.
oh yeah. Things are happening on that end of the bar that people are very, very into, and the dancing is starting to move towards you now. And
Weird. Music has never spoken to me so much, and I also think that there might be flowers over there, and the sun is over there. It's just very strange.
as a matter of fact, there's probably a couple people that run into the bar who shout, "Whoever left that device out there that said jump on this and make a shortcut to come in the bar, I'm buying you around."
And if anybody wants a bardic inspiration out of this, go ahead and take one.
Oh yeah, you're.
Durgan holds up
providing
his
bardic inspiration.
mug of lard and kind of looks at the guy like, "Hey, welcome."
Something
kinda like
finer
at that
than
be-
something finer than a mug of lard with the hairs in it, my friend.
Yeah, whatever you're drinking. I don't. Yeah, at this point, he's starting to get pretty shit faced. So
Oh, wonderful! Victory rounds all the way around.
I'll take the barkeep up on a bit of the old Toby, pack it
Yeah.
in my pipe, and make some smoke monsters to dance to Six Petals.
oh, nice.
Oh my god!
Oh,
So this full effect is starting to happen from these hooligans. What are the rest of you doing?
I'll take a victory round.
Oh my god! All right,
Smoke
roll me a
monsters.
Constitution.
All right. Ooh, I got a 19.
Shh, you're just knocking them back. Oh no, you're gonna go through that terrible time, you know, where not that I've ever done this about 9
No.
times. But you drink and you drink and you drink and you're like, I'm doing good.
Right,
And then
I'm
all of a
immortal.
sudden 150 hits and you're like, oh man, everything hits.
Yeah.
So it's just you're just
Yeah.
banging them back.
I'm on my way there.
You know, you're the memory's getting fuzzy. You're forgetting about a few
Exactly.
things.
Perfect.
But physically you're maintaining. So Dame Harlow and John Lark, what are you two doing as all of this is going on?
I am as usual hanging back a bit and observing, but am affected by the rich, smoky, wonderful atmosphere. And I go ahead and take off the armor that I'm wearing, which is over sort of a very flowing, somewhat flowing gown, sort of
handing it to Grin.
For him to sit on and pay attention as he alternates between, watching the armor and lapping water from his bowl.
Gotcha.
And I feel really comfortable, and I allow myself a little bit of ease more than a paladin would usually do, and you can tell because my skin is a little bluer than usual, and the braids sort of take on more of the floatiness of tentacles. They have a little life to them, just a little movement of their own, and wonderful little delicate and elegant little sherry glass, and I turn to Grin and say, I think a hookah would be absolutely lovely. And so fetch me. And he yells over to the barkeep, or actually he goes over to the bar and has to drag all of my armor with him. And
now he's kind of used to like the upkeep and where to kind of, put it on his back to carry it correctly.
Yeah.
And, or at least he's learned, and goes over and fetches you a bit of the hookah. It's like a pipe that kind of gets connected to this big tube that, this big ceramic thing that also Rog Noble is smoking out of, and he attaches.
Is this like the Matmos?
Pipe.
From Barbarella?
Yeah, and he attaches the Matmos
Nice.
and presents it
Nice.
to you.
Goblin.
John Lark, what are you doing?
I'm excited about this unicorn stout, so let's have that experience first. I'm assuming we're doing Constitution roll at that
Yes, you will. It's bracing. Oh, it has the taste of leather and tobacco. It's like a man's drink, you know.
Never would have expected the unicorn stout to be a man's drink.
Yeah, the angry unicorn turns out is a man's drink.
Well, that is pretty impressive. I've got an 8 on my Constitution check,
God.
so I am definitely feeling that drink.
You start to drift a little bit, you know, and you feel light and ethereal, even though this is a very like bracing drink, and it's very unlike, you know, other stouts. It's not a meal. It's not sitting there. It's light.
It's like it's galloping down my throat.
Yeah, you can quaff more of this.
John was expecting more like cotton candy brandy.
Yeah.
My kids, for kids.
I'm more of a girl drink drunk.
Girl drink drunk.
That sketch.
The good kids in the hall sketch. Yeah,
I'm going to slur at this point ever so slightly. So the good news is, you know, we checked on Moira today and she's doing okay. I mean, she's not in a super safe place, but she's okay right now.
Yeah, now you've kind of all gotten comfortable around your little area. There are a lot of people around you as the music is overtaking some of the atmosphere music that was being played, or maybe even being joined in. You know, it's very you know, it's very Irish bar. There's a lot of people who will come and just start playing, and people will join in. So more people are kind of joining in with you with various musical instruments, and now it's just this well-timed cacophony of sound.
Like sound melange.
Yeah, sound melange. And right, so you are all gathered around there. Yeah, we got time. We're all gathered around there, and I guess now's the time for you to tell me, what would you like to do in the second season? And that'll show what arcs we're going to concentrate on.
Ooh. Well, I know what I got to find that crafty chick.
Okay.
That's definitely one.
You are in a bar too, so I mean, the rumor mills can fly around the bar if you wanted to ask around.
Sure, I'll drunkenly like talk about. I'll probably have an image of her in my head. It's probably one of the few things I can actually see straight. Is this sort of whatever fantastic image of what I think she is based on a few moments of looking at her. So it's probably very idealized, and she's also my savior. So he probably can't get her out of his head.
Very romantic, yeah.
So yeah, he'd be kind of looking around and say, "Hey, you see, you know," and then there was this really great car there. It was a sweet ride.
Yeah, give me an investigation.
All right.
Yeah, and as you're asking, Rognobble, the velveteen box that you have in your hand is kind of thrumming.
Oh. Do I have advantage or anything? Let's see. I have 12.
Not right now.
Plus,
when the machine is fully fixed, you all would.
6, so 6, 18.
Oh, geez, yeah. Yeah, somebody probably at the bar, and we'll say, sorry, I want to make sure I get their names right.
Or if they can find the other part we need for the device, you know, would be another. Another option.
Which one would you like to ask?
Well, he'd be asking around for her because he's drunk and stuff.
Dalar says, he says, yeah, you know, you're talking about Melia. Yeah, Red Malia.
Malia, she looked like a Malia.
Yeah, Red Malia. She was doing work, or she works part time for that guild, the Hands of Shenanigans.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
she does the animatronics.
Yeah, I saw her
Yeah.
amazing work. That's just genius. The suspension system alone defies gravity. I mean, and he just starts to kind of fade into like,
Right, and he looks at you as if of like, oh, I've seen that look before, and he
Yeah.
says, well, she's she's an independent contractor with them, my friend. So, she might still be with them, but she might have moved on to something else. But the last I heard is they're about to pack up and hit the road.
No, we got to get going. I look to the rest of the group and I'm like, what do we do? Rogs, what do we do?
Well, I suspect that Rognobble not being able to hold his liquor.
No.
Right? He gets pretty drunk and fumbly, and as is the way with how he's discovered most of his magic, I think it's possible that this device actually partly assembles from him like tripping.
Yeah, because you say you're bringing a lot of the stuff with you too. So.
Yeah, because he carries all this stuff in his hat. He carries it in his hat.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
he's constantly wherever he goes.
Out of holding.
It's in your hat.
So it's just like this. He trips, and somehow like this this quivering fruit of desire thingy, like kind of like wedges up in his hat. Maybe gives him a little bit of a glimpse, because what I'm seeing is a glimpse of the coin.
Ah, okay.
Right? The coins get a little glimpse of the spinning coin.
The
Goldfire coin. Right, and probably reveal some sort of little bit to him.
Okay. So I will say it's a bit of glimpse for both of you then, or not both of you, but you get an idea. Some of the machinery and parts and whatnot kind of drop from your hat and assemble, and you see a chunk of your hat looks like steam diesel punky version of an anglerfish with the quivering fruit as the guiding ball, and it then kind of lights, the eyes open up on it, and you see the gears start rolling in its eyes, which gives you a bit of the vision. So for her, you see that she's packing up gear, and she's shaking hands with Lady Scallion. And you get a sense of because she couldn't get paid to stay on because the money's gone. She's moving on to the next job, and they're moving on to the next gig. And yeah, just and then
nice.
as it opens up a bit to reveal, and for you see that the coin is. It's in this like block of ice, and you feel that it is far to the east, and so you get a glimpse of that, and it's in a block of ice. It kind of pulls back a little bit, and you see marching around this block of ice, almost kind of imprisoned with it, is this huge, resplendent kind of golden stag, but its eyes are demonic, and it is filled with rage. And no, let's bring it back home. It's not a big golden stag. It is a big, demonic unicorn. It is mad, and it is filled with rage at being imprisoned with this device or this coin. And that pulls back a little bit from one big room, pulls back a little bit to this long, almost Khazad-dûm-like bridge. Again, John, no safety rails on this bridge. And and it's made of marble as well as ice, and that pulls back a little bit to a keep, another kind of what looks to be this ghost of a woman. She's frustrated. She also seems to be in prison. That pulls back from a very large mountain, and you get the sense that it is to the east, and then that's the vision that you get out of that. Okay, the rest of you, give it to me. What do you got? So we have Durgan, who would love to go looking for coin. I mean, the lady.
Red Malia, yeah.
There's the Gold to Fire coin, which is probably a pretty big quest, I will say for sure. And that might be a group one. But you can tackle that on your own as you see fit. And what are the rest of you? What are the feelings of the rest of you? What would you like to do? Where are you thinking of going?
I think that there are two directions that are very Dame Harlow-esque. Searching for true love is way Dame Harlow's gig. But then she worries about Moira. So kind of depends on if we find that Moira has found happiness and solace with milk toasting and or not. I'm really wanting Durgan to find love, and I want to help.
Okay, gotcha. Right, of Six Petals.
I think as of Six Petals is kind of like making all of this weird music with the like water glasses.
Getting into it, yeah.
I think they're also just kind of going on like a weird like poetry trip too, and they're just like, if I'm a dream, are we all a dream? When does the dream start? When do we become aware that we are in a dream? Do we become aware that we are in a dream? And there's just probably some like really high people just kind of like just sitting around.
Man, I totally know what you mean, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
And yeah, I think there's
cool.
I think for Six Petals there needs to be some really surrealist, impressionistic, existentialist kind of just figuring out what I am, who I am, what my role in all of this is, and if I am even a substantial entity or if I'm just a reflection of something else.
Yeah,
because I have a very versatile body of work. Like I've made a mark of the world, but
yeah. Like, you know, that's not for nothing, you know. If you dream, like if you were dreaming you were a great astronaut and you've done so much, like, are those dreams nothing, or did you really go and explore the world? I'm sure the dream wants to think they're valuable, so I'm sure you want to know that you mean something in this world.
I look at some like stoned person that I'm like playing to, and I'm like, hey, you, what's 5 times 5?
Let me roll to make sure this. Ooh, it's solid, man. 5 times 5 is 9.
Would somebody dreaming do math wrong in their dream?
You want them to.
That is good. Give me insight on yourself.
Not one again.
What's your deception, though?
Every day of my life.
Yeah.
Does he have to roll deception against his own?
Unfortunately, God, it's not that the math is wrong. It's just that which world do you trust to be the real world? You know, this world already seems absurd to the casual viewer, but to you is normal. So,
I mean, it's probably absurd in a different way.
Correct. Yeah. So,
Elephant riding a penny farthing is
like,
absurd. How dare you, sir?
Yeah,
like socks? Like, who wears socks?
Yeah. Yeah, man, who's wearing socks? Yeah, so I will
John
say that
jumps a little bit.
You had a little bit of shock there, in the sense that, you know, this world does seem like you're really looking at, before you just look at the world, and now you're looking like, wait, this world is weird.
Yeah, and
this
I think
it doesn't seem right.
Yeah, and I think Six Petals wants to like probe more into the like, not the space between, but the veil, to like figure out kind of like what the construction of all of this is.
Okay.
Maybe
Nice.
get some insight about how I can even exist.
Okay. Sweet. And John, since we're all powwowing, drunk, and getting high, that's the best time to make plans. I've realized.
I realize it. And John, being a little bit in his cups, is like, I wear socks, man. I'm who wears socks. I like socks. What's wrong with socks? These journeys of self-discovery are interesting, but I am concerned for our companion primarily. Like, I mean, you know, there's a little wonder why did I go to the magical place and not become magical, or that magical like everybody else? But that's not super important at the moment. What's really important is, are our friends okay? So you know, that and other me is obviously up to something and spent all that time and effort trying to find this Goldfire coin. So I have questions about that.
Yeah.
Okay. Cling. So I will say season 2 looks like a Durgan Lurch story arc, finding his true love and dealing with his shadow self. And let's go into the Feywild and the Dreamlands. And we're going to have, I think it's going to be a John Lark and of Six Petals story arc. I like this. And whoever wants to jump around with one of those two arcs can go ahead and do so. But I would say for sure it's going to be John and Six Petals together. Harlow, I will leave it to you as to which arc you want to jump into, whether it is the Durgan Lurch arc or the John Lark Six Petals arc. Do you want to be in the midway? Do you want to go to the Feyland?
Wow, that's golly.
We don't have to make up our minds now, do we? This is just sort of the let's just put it out there, right?
I would say around this table is what I'm proposing.
Yeah, I think I need to retreat in reflection and meditate on
and smoke a little more.
Smoke a lot more. And but are we doing sober September? Wait, what is it?
Is it sober September?
Numb November. Wait, where are we?
It was Gnome November, I'm pretty sure.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yes, I need to retire in reflection and meditate upon where my talents would be most useful.
Nice.
Consult the scriptures and the writings.
And jump on.
I must fade away soon.
Yes, and so with that, the camera pulls back from our table as our friends are drinking, imbibing, playing strange music, and reflecting on what shall happen come season 2. And with that, I'm going to end season 1 here, and thank you very, very much for these 12 very fun games here in the Mystic Midway. And thank you everybody who palled around with us and who hopefully will be palling around with us some more in season 2. I'm going to give it a goodbye to everybody, and then I'll make my last goodbyes and then turn it over to our executive introduce us. So first, to say goodbye in the other direction, played John Lark tonight. It's our friend Jared. Say goodbye, Jared.
Bye, guys. Thanks so much for coming out this week, enjoying our game. Hey, this very near future, coming up in October, check out the DNA Lounge cocktail menu. We're doing some special stuff for Halloween because it's just that time. I am currently working on, and bear with me, maybe you'll think this is disgusting, maybe you'll be super excited about it. I've got some pumpkin-infused horchata that I'm going to be mixing with rum. Yeah, it's working out. Test was now.
Dara at the bar in the Fool in the Maze is like, what was that? Pumpkin infused horchata. Let's bring that into the Midway. So, speaking of the Mystic Midway, the creators of this world, Mr. Scott Levkoff, say good night.
Oh, yes, good night, all, and thank you to all my journey mates in the Midway. Thank you, Marcus, for these wonderful stories, and thank you to Rognobble and the adventures that have healed, that have reminded him that magic is real. Most grateful indeed, and may all your days be Midway days, friends.
Mm-hmm. And who will probably be the one of the story arcs in season 2, Durgan Lurch.
Hi, thank you very much, Marcus. Goodbye, everyone, for season 1. This has been a blast. This is awesome. It's great to have some of the other people back in the arc for this. And I'm missing some of the people that can't be here. And I'm looking forward to season 2. That's very exciting. And all the other games we're going to be doing at Midway Tabletop Friday. I'm really looking forward to Friday. Our disaster movie situation. I'm very excited to be playing. Well, I don't want to surprise. I'll let people see, but it's going to be a blast. Devin, I think going to be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, Devin, you're muted there.
Oh,
yeah.
I said we're not live right now, so it's not like they're gonna.
Well, we got to wrap up, and it's tough to edit in the middle.
Oh, I thought this was live. Yeah, exactly.
But we got it.
Always live. I'm always live, man.
We're constantly live. It should always be treated as live. Right. Well, say goodnight to Devin, my fey creature that brings bees and mineral water and wackiness to my life.
I'm Devin. You can follow me at Devin Decibel on Twitter. You can check out my band, The Y Axes. And probably in like a month or so, I'll have a new role-playing podcast out. It's tentatively called Never Die Alone, but we'll see.
Nice. That's awesome. More things in the works. It's such a good time. And the beautiful and alluring and disciplined Dame Harlow. Mother of...
Right. Yeah. Yeah, she's been quiet tonight. She's really been quiet tonight. I don't know what happened. Yeah, I didn't get near as drunk as I thought I was going to. Check out DNA Lounge, not only for the wonderful Halloween cocktails, but there are also our Aternium Road cocktails specific to our story. We've got the Dame Harlow, which is lovely, berries and mint and rum, and it's not too sweet, and it's awesome. And we've got the Frog's Breath from the Froggy. Froggy was Glitterfish's mascot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that one is a wonderful concoction of chartreuse and other things.
Well, it's on the menu at the DNALounge.com.
You can walk up to DNA Lounge and purchase at the pizza restaurant, or you can order on Grubhub, All Set, DoorDash, all that kind of stuff.
Delicious.
Please look at the DNA calendar for our live stream events. We're streaming lots of your favorite variety shows that happened throughout the months in the before times. We have turned DNA Lounge into a right proper little TV studio, and yours truly is running the handheld cam, which is really exciting. I've done a lot of things in film, but I had not been a camera person yet, so done that, and I'm excited about that. And drinks, watch the shows. Oh, my goodness. Thank you so much. This is my very first game. This is the first time I played D&D. And Marcus invited me, and I am so thrilled that he did, because between the fun of having a game and a new thing to explore, these people on the chat are friends with each other and know each other in a variety of different ways. And I'm going to choke myself up here because we've all been, doing this for a handful of months, and sometimes come to the table worn out and stressed out and afraid. And everybody here keeps getting each other's back emotionally. And I'm really so grateful that I was invited, and we're looking forward to another season.
Yeah.
Here.
That's right. We love you. And, that's why we play D&D in the hippy dippy way that we're playing, is to, I mean, you play it any type of way, but this is a good way for us to, look out for one another and, escape for a little bit and bring some fun to each other's lives. So I hope you join us on that journey to do so. For season 2, it's your old pal, Uncle Cuss. It's Marcus Flores. You can find me at Marcus Flores _13 on a bunch of the socials, on Twitter and Instagram. Come by, say hi, or yell at me for playing this game weird. But you can do that too. I'll still love you. It's all right. I'm going to turn it over to our executive producer, Marty Kaplan, to say his final goodbyes. So please join us on Twitch, join our YouTube channel, and we'll see you on the road.
All right, there we go. Thank you so much, all of you. You've been incredible beginners, veterans, all in the hands of Madman. I mean, a perfectly normal person who's, got an amazing brain, and we love running around inside it. So I will, we will wrap up this season 1 of the Aternium Road, a big experiment for the Mystic Midway, and Midway Tabletop, taking the immersive theater of the marvelous into the areas of gaming and online realms that has never gone before. So if you do like it, please subscribe. We'll have more like this particular one if you're on YouTube, and give us that heart and a subscription or 5 on Twitch. Cheers, everyone. That's been wonderful to see you. So we will say fond goodbyes and come back soon with the Aternium Road Season 2. Actual play. Yay.
Yay.
All right, cheers. And I'll just say, a little bit of a final credit read here. So, yes, our Dungeon Master was Marcus Flores. Our players during the season, Jessica Grant played Moira Moon. Lisa Hyde was Dame Harlow. Mark Johnson was Durgan Lurch. Scott Levkoff, Rognoble of Deeplington. Stephanie Muffson, Glitterfish. Jared Williams was John Lark. And go ahead and say your name and your role there, Devin, because I didn't get that on the...
And Devin Nelson as of 6 Petals and 7 Meadows.
Devin Nelson as of 6 Petals and 7 Meadows. Gonna fix it in post. And I have been your executive producer for Midway Tabletop, Marty Kaplan. And of course, we'll do a little soundbite, shall we? Every other Friday, we have Midway Wrestling Alliance, powered by the Apocalypse, in a drama inside and outside the ring. Every other Sunday, Blackbird Tavern D&D, where the amazing, funny raconteurs and, dare I say, lushes, play lots of Dungeons and Dragons for the first time. And then we are going to move to Wednesdays. So every Wednesday, you can see the Aternium Road actual play D&D show happen. And then our Shadow Stories have 2 new episodes coming up. Episode 6 happening Friday, 25th of September. Spirit of 77 is the game system, and it's going to be a nightmare at 7,700 feet, run by Marcus Flores. And then on Friday, October 9th and Saturday, October 10th, we will have a Call of Cthulhu game, which we have not run yet, interestingly, but this one